All right. What's up, Ray Ray? How you doing today? Oops. I'm sorry if you hear myself in the background. Let me grab my link. Bang. And bang. All right. I think we're about good to go. I'll give it a second to get moving. But Yushuru, welcome out. But Ray Ray, you guys can hear me, right? Everything is going properly. What's up, Chris? Hey, saw you in PokeStream. Yeah, I stopped in. I just woke up. I stopped in. Checked the E7 category and saw Poke live, so went in and said hi. But Specter Clash, welcome out, Sumerian. Hope you slept well. I did. I did sleep pretty good. Astarius, welcome. All right, give me 1 second before we get going here. Let me make sure everything's all set up and good to go, and then we start moving. Enough with the decimals, nerd. Today's the last day, and then we're to. Today's the last thing, and then I'll be. I think part 3 and 4 of the guide I'll have done very smoothly. And then hopefully part 5 won't be like a big gap again. But part 3 is just kind of hard because I'm trying to... Any empty slot in your guild? Let me check.
Did you want to see me?
Diabolical part 3 tease. My bad. Alright, the guild. Do we have any room? Could Heartsider replace Tenebria for story mode? I mean... Probably, but maybe not. I have 1 slot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove everybody here. And then I'm gonna check the member list, see if anyone hasn't logged in. This guy's on the chopping block. Epic 7 2xe 4FO. 4F0. You're on the block, brother. You're almost about at 2 days. Alright, but first person to apply gets in. Hey, Deity could, but yeah, she could potentially. She does have decreased defense. What server are you on? I am on global server. I enjoyed Sacred and Festival one day, and you got Harsetti. Yep, that's called skills. I have a summoning skill set. But Truth, what's up? We won't stream super long this morning. There's just a couple things that I want to do, and then I'm gonna go finish part 3 of the guide. And I'll be back live tonight for a longer stream. This one may only be like an hour, but I just figured if I'm going to be doing... This is a fresh account? Yeah, I'm playing 2 different new accounts. One for... I'm playing one for... What's it called? The stream, and then one for the guide. Alright, well, the spot is now filled. Do we have a Guild War? Hey! We have a Guild War today! Oh, who are we cooking? Oh, Midnight Abbey's getting wrecked over here. This is easy. We got our first Guild War. I don't think I can beat this guy. Uh-oh. What about Potato Mage? I don't think I'm beating these guys right now. I have Harsetti, though. Harsetti kind of cooks this team, potentially. Harsetti kind of cooks both teams, potentially. I don't know. If I can get some progress done tonight, we could do a funny first Guild War. Hope you're feeling better now. I haven't been feeling really bad. I just am exhausted. I haven't been sleeping right. Every time I go to sleep, I'm thinking, hey, I've got 950,000 things I need to get done. Looks like PewDiePie is crazy. But Voltage, hold on. I'll answer your... Or Vicky, I'll answer your question too. How can I see the feet of characters I own? Unfortunately, Epic 7 doesn't have the ability to go and look at feet, okay? There's only certain characters. The character has to be so short to see their feet, unfortunately. So if you ever are trying to, like, you're in the middle of a gooning session, whatever, and you want to go and check out the feet of characters, you just can't. There is one ability to do so. If you go over to the... some of the characters it will let you. Where's the eyeglass? This, so you can go to that button down at the bottom right hand corner, and you can scroll down, and some characters, maybe all characters, will let you check the feet, but not all of them. So like Cigarette, not the greatest, but there are some characters with some bangers in this game. Do you take care of yourself? Your health is priority? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, I'm a baby. I'll complain about it a little bit sometimes, but okay. So now Voltage, how should I be managing my artifact inventory? And Vicky, I'll answer your question next. As a new player, also should I be spending armbands on things? So save one of each artifact as a new player. So if you go to your inventory, save one artifact of each type of 4 and 5 star. Never get rid of 4 and 5 stars. You're gonna learn over time. Maybe I should make a video about which ones you could get rid of, because like Andre's crossbow you can safely get rid of and just keep one copy for now. If you want to be super efficient, you can feed your extra 4 stars into your other ones and try to get one max limit break of each type. The 4 stars that are important to watch out for are going to be Adamant Shield, Aureus, and Tagahel's Ancient Book, and Moonlight Dreamblade. And there's quite a bit of good 4 stars. Now, in terms of 3 stars, the only really 3 star I would ever tell anyone to worry about, because you're going to be summoning all the time, just go in and get rid of everything that's not a Daydream Joker for 3 stars. If you do this, you're going to be fine. If you need to get more 3 stars of any type, you will get them. Exorcist Tonfa is okay. And then Envoy's Pipe is okay to put on, say, your Brieg or something in case you don't have Steadfast Gatekeeper. But otherwise, you're pretty safe to just sell all 3 star artifacts to keep your inventory clean. So just try to keep your Daydream Jokers, and over time, it'll be easy for you. You don't have to worry about it. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell each of these. Did you get some good sleep? I slept. I don't know. It was okay. Can't complain. All right, let me go up. Point of clip of Deity. I have to talk about how down bad he is for feet. I never said no such thing. Feet are disgusting. All right, but Vicky, it's made 9E7 question. I'm older, your age, but never golfed. Any advice in picking up the hobby? Oh, for golf? Do your research. The first set of clubs you buy, golf is expensive. So depending on your financial situation, you're going to buy a set accordingly. You can get a pretty solid set. Just go on Amazon and type in like Callaway golf bundle and just do your research as to what's a good bundle for that. And then from there, just go to the driving range, hit some balls. Some people will come naturally into being okay at it, but you just try to do what you can, watch YouTube tutorials. And if you want to, you can pay for lessons. They are expensive. But once you have lessons and you start getting a little bit better at golf, it becomes one of the most addicting things you could do, because you're always playing against yourself. The thing with other sports, you're always competing against someone else. Whereas golf, you can just go out, play by yourself, and try to get better. And the nice thing with golf is the better you get, the more you're going to be inclined to go play with other people. Your local courses around your house are going to have tournaments. You can go try to enter those, and you'll meet a bunch of people through that. And it's an entire lifestyle. One of the big things with golf is if you're in corporate America. So before I was an accountant, I worked for an insurance agency, and I worked in their accounting department. And before that, I was a department manager at an optical lab. So in those like management positions, a lot of the time, the higher ups of any corporate American company, that's what they do, is have golf outings to talk about whatever. That's just if they're going to be doing any kind of business deal. And if you're good at golf and can get into management or get in a position where you can get a chance to go play golf with the people who are above you, it's a very easy way to get promoted and like grow your actual professional career as well. Because if your high up person that runs the company that you're in does do those golf outings, it's usually competitive. People like to bet money on golf. So with that, they'll go out and they want to bring someone that's a good representative for their company. And you can go show off, play really good golf against some old people, potentially win money depending on everything. And the overall thing is you can like increase your value to the company from something that should not increase your value to the company. It's really funny. But that is golf. It's just go find a basic set to start with. As you develop your game, you can upgrade your golf set, go get fitted for clubs. If you get fitted for clubs, it is cheaper to buy the clubs that way. Because, okay, how should I say? It's not cheaper, but when you go get fit for clubs, it's going to be, everyone's swing is going to be different. Your height, everything is going to factor into that. Your swing path, how far back you take it, how close to their body, your right arm stays, little things like that. They'll go into that and fit clubs to you to where your clubs will perform best for your game. And when you do that, the fitting will be free as long as you buy clubs at most retailers. I could talk about golf for hours. All right, but we're going to move on. Good morning, Phoenix. But you just got to start somewhere. And the best place is Amazon. Get a cheaper set of not the worst quality. Callaway's usually got some really good bundles. And then just go to the range, hit some balls, have some fun, get out, get some sun, and then go from there. You're going to hate it at first. One of the hardest sports you could possibly play. Everyone will disagree on that, but it is mentally draining because it's hard to figure out. Okay, you said you made one mistake getting into Inebriated Friendship 10. What character do you recommend? It really doesn't matter. which one you get to friendship 10. The only thing with Specter Tenebria, you want to get her some friendship 10, or if you start with RB, the problem is you have to finish them and recruit them for Moonlight Blessing before you can increase the friendship. So the thing is, your first character to friendship 10, you don't want to use one of the characters that's on one of your core teams. So like this is something I put into the guide as of last night because I made the mistake of it, and gladly I did. I'm glad I'm playing 2 accounts so that the episodes of the guide are more concise and I'm not telling people to do something then I regret it later, which will still probably happen, but the regrets will be just minor little things that won't affect your account. Now with Sigret, you're going to be farming Wyvern with Sigret, okay? When doing so, you are going to not need to boost her friendship at all because over time she's going to be friendship 10 anyway. So putting that on her is just a waste because why would you do something that's going to be accomplished over time regardless? Now, let me go through a couple of the other characters. Free Spirit Thierry is one of the same. Brieg is the same. All these characters are going to end up being friendship 10 anyway. So some of the better characters that you can do is if you do take a character from your selector ticket that you know you're going to want to use. So say you do end up grabbing Celine, you could boost her up. Otherwise, if you just want to get that mission done, just slam. Like say I pulled Harseti. I could have boosted her up to friendship 10 and it would have been fine. But if you want to just get that mission done, just boost any of your characters. Getting Sigrid to friendship 10, you'll get 3 molos back. It's hard to min-max that mission. But overall, it doesn't matter which character you do to friendship 10. You're going to be trying to push them. But ideally, take a character that you are not going to be running in one of your consistent PvE teams because it's going to get to plus 10 friendship over time anyway. So ideally, you would set some kind of PvP character for that. But if you don't have one or don't know what you're doing, it's fine. Just boost up your Sigret at that point if you just want that mission in. Feet God, I can't put Angelica Aggressive Growth right now. It's being used for Guild War. If I were to replace her for Crozet, would it be okay? Yeah, probably. I don't see what that would be a problem with. If you have Crozet, slap them in there. You just need something that's a front tank for Wyvern so you get Brieg. And then the thing is you can't put Brieg in Graceful Growth because if you put Brieg in Graceful Growth, it doesn't finish the Hunt Challenge missions. But Phoenix, good morning. By the way, one genuine question. Should I build Camilla with effectiveness or max crit chance? Effectiveness. Effectiveness in bulk. As a newer player, Camilla is going to be just effectiveness in bulk. If you build her on damage, she's going to die easier. You're going to have lower gear quality overall. So whenever you go for that build of the having some damage on her, it doesn't add a lot of value and it requires you to use some of your better gear. So just go in, put effectiveness, and so say your right side piece is the necklace, instead of going crit chance, just go HP for the necklace if you can. But having her stay alive is way more consistent and will get your teams. It's better to be consistent at a middle ground number than be inconsistent and occasionally get a high ground number or like a higher number on whatever you're going for. And Camilla doesn't deal much damage. So thanks, man. No problem. Morning game. What's up, Stoils? I answered Kane. I answered your question there. Now back to YouTube. Tomas, good morning. Welcome out. Should I imprint Harseti with my new account? No. Okay, so if you do get Harseti, guys, yes, you do have the ability to go into the shop and get transmit stones. And this goes for any character that is going to have the transmit stones. It's a boss character, so Archstream, Mercedes, Harseti, Zio, Strays. I do not recommend buying these for as a new player. One imprint is not worth that much, okay? It's something that's nice and a luxury late game. But if you have transmit stones, you would much rather just continually summon Galaxy bookmarks for the like beginning of your account for like the first year. Because the more chances you get ML5s and good ML4s, you're going to get those Moonlight characters. And it's always better to have 2 good characters versus having one that's min-maxed even more. The wider your roster is in Epic 7, the better off you're going to be. So I always push new players away from getting these because having an extra 1,000 HP isn't going to do as much as you think it is for you. Okay, so also I joined a guild, pretty much no one requesting H. Should I go ahead and switch? Yes, preferably. The sooner you get into an active guild, the better off your account's going to be. Callaway's so overrated. Callaway's just a good golf brand to get into playing golf. Okay, I don't have any Callaway clubs. I have the Ping Q, or no, I have the TaylorMade QI35 driver. I have the Ping Blueprint S irons. I still have my 3 wood and my 3 hybrid are from my Cobra, like old Cobra set. Callaway's just a very good brand for getting into golf. It's my usual go-to. If you want to buy one of the cheaper brands, you can go with. Does Top Flight make clubs? They probably do. And the thing is, golf clubs, if you're not going to be, like, if you just wanting to try it, you can go for one of the, like, they're not off-brand, and they're going to be good clubs, but I just don't know the overall, like, quality of them. Is the Raid Nightmare team still the same? Yeah. All the PvE teams are still the same. Okay, so now what we're doing next? We have summon. Maybe I'll check Discord for one. Discord's going to be the best place you can get a consistent guild in. All right, so we have 30 summons. What's the over under we're going to get in ML5 here? But yo, what's up, Marty? I got pretty lucky the first 4 days with ML5 Polytus on standard banner. Hell yeah, but now my luck is gone. I'm sitting on her and Meteor. I mean, you got Meteor Cowrick too. That's good. I've only got Hard Study. I just got one ML5. I saw KHM post a video about using all your carrots on energy this weekend because we can't buy carrots from the first week. So that is, I'm sorry. Okay, last night, again, the creator Discord is a shit show. It is so frustrating. Last night I made the announcement when they added all of us. We got a message from our community manager. My bad, I didn't mean to click whatever I just did. That the carrots will continue to carry over. This morning, I woke up to a message saying that the energy will be gone after week 1. So I don't know. As of that newest thing, the energy will be gone after week 1. After I just told all you guys 12 hours ago, it is not. And that is why I usually ignore that Discord, because it is a bunch of useless dog shit information. It is very frustrating. I almost never look at it. I just wait for till I hear through the grapevine what's happening, because once it gets through the grapevine to me, it's usually accurate. But I try so hard not to get information from that Discord. So just so you guys know, currently, as it stands, the energy is being removed as of right now after the first week, and you cannot go buy this, okay? And hold on, let me read to you exactly what was said in there, just so you have the knowledge. Tristan will cover all this. Tristan lives in that Discord. So here. Influencers, I have to say sorry for the announcement I made about the carrot exchange. I was told that the items without a limit are only available on the week that they appear. So this box and this are going to be going away. You can buy all the other resources, but supposedly these two, anything on the week that does not have a limit, will be removed. So this has charms and this has charms. This will supposedly not be available, as well as this, once it gets to week 3. Okay. So we're fighting that. We're selling them. Leave that in there so that people can continue to grind and play their game. But who knows how that's going to go. But again, last night I made the announcement because they told me. But again, they changed it this morning. So yeah, good luck. Hopefully they change it for us. But I'm going to ignore that official Discord from this point forward on almost any news, unless I'm hearing from everybody else that it is actual quality information. That's why you guys always see I am usually late to any kind of news, and I push you guys to go to Tristan Wolf for that, because he is the one that he is probably 80% of the community or content creator Discord. How can I get easy mystic medals if I already completed theater? There are none. The theater, the beginning of the game, is the only easy mystic medals you get. Otherwise, the easiest way to get mystic medals is go knock on your neighbor's door. Or go through your neighborhood, knock on doors, and ask them if they want their windows clean. If they want their windows clean, tell them you will charge them $100. And then you clean their windows, and then you take that $100 and buy a Mystic pack. That's the only, like, easy way to grind for Mystics. What do you think about Violet over Cartusia? I want to build them. Violet plus Cartusia, you can. Please disappear. Do the Abyss? Well, they probably already did Abyss. Hey, Deity, got the 50 gift items you received from Reforging mission enough to level friendship 1 to 10. It's close. It should be very close to enough. If not, just throw them in and then go do a couple extra stages. You just need to make sure you match the color of the box. So if you want to level up a light unit, then grab light bookmarks. Or if you want to level up a blue, if you grab the wrong color of, not bookmarks, but of the friendship items, it's not going to get to level 10. It took me 37. So I believe on my Specter Tenebria, so I believe it will be more than enough to get to plus 15. Or whatever friendship, 10 friendship. Man, my brain. Give me a second. All right, we're going to do some summons here. I'm going to hide my face cam just in case we get something good so you guys can't hate me. But Violet plus Cartusia, it doesn't work too well because there's a lot of characters that deal things called true damage and ignore evasion. So, but real also, oh wait, I read that. Just messing with you, don't worry about it. Running Wilsons myself. Wilsons are good. There you go. Wilson has, I think, the top rated golf ball right now. My friend who's like, he played college golf. He's really good. He enters a lot of competitions. He uses Wilson balls. There's one ball that was like the highest rated ball for the season. ML 4-star. I missed last stream. What happened last time? Great question. I pulled our SETI. That was 2 streams ago. What happened last night? Did we do anything? I don't think we accomplished anything last night. You have an idea on how to do Wyvern 13 without the path of adventure path stuff? Well, everyone has that, so you should not have to worry about it. If you're a returning player, the hunt challenges are still there for you. Oh yeah, I pretty much talked about gambling for 2 hours. We talked about blackjack, buffalo slots. Who do we want here? If this is another Kawazu, okay. I mean, it's at least something different. Good, I didn't miss anything then. Yeah, no, that's why we're at part 3.98. We haven't quite made it to part 4 of the guide. Got a Blood Moon Haste on Random Covenant. It didn't know much about him. Blood Moon Haste is very good. One of the best revivers in the game. If not the best reviver in the game. No ML5 still. Can I please have one? Nope, I can't have one. Because I stopped playing and came back and doing Brigand Sigurd and stuff. You get Brigand Sigurd. You get all of that from the missions, Boris. Everything you need for a Wyvern, you get from the missions. Whether you're returning or new player. You just follow through the missions, complete what it tells you to do, and you will have a full Wyvern team. There's nothing about, I don't have X character. You will have all the characters of the game. Hey, we got our Camilla. Nice. Just came back after probably 4 years. What purpose 3-star characters serve besides imprints now? Well, Camilla's a 3-star character and she's banger. She will set up all of our expedition teams. You get her for free anyway, but she is very, very important. So there's a couple 3-stars that are nice, but majority of 3-stars are just garbage. You got Corvus on pity. Dark Corvus is not a bad character. I got Spirit Celine. She's very good right now. She just got a buff last week. Spirit Eye Celine is very strong. I saw some drafts from a couple of the RTE players that hang out, and she was being first picked or pre-banned. That's how good she is. What do you do if you have too many characters now? I'll show you. Just a second. I got Says on a Shrine for our SETI. You got Moonlight Says. Not the best, but he's really fun. Okay, so if you guys, if you're getting to a point where your inventory is getting cluttered, you want to go and imprint all your 3-star characters. So sort by name in your inventory, lock one of each character. I highly advise doing this. Make sure you hold on to one, and then you're going to memory imprint any duplicate 3-stars. Okay, once you do this, you're going to get your inventory pretty cleaned up. If you have to boost it, as you see, I'm at 125 total slots, but just go in, lock one copy of each, and then imprint the rest. Should I spend my universal 5-star imprint mats on Vildred? Green Vildred? No, I would not. Okay, so your universal imprint materials, or they're going to be called slates, right? So slates are generally used for limited characters and collab characters, which are also limited. Saving your slates for those characters is ideal. The second best value of using slates in Epic 7 is going to be on Moonlight 5s with a limited counterpart. So there are characters like Moonlight Landy, Moonlight Luna. So if you get ML Luna, it's really good in there. Using your slates efficiently versus just slamming them on a regular red, green, blue character, you will end up being way happier if you just hold on to them. You do not need to use them right away. Mitch, are the hero growth boost packs and pack Specter Tenebria worth it? Yes, they're probably the best value that has ever been added to Epic 7. Those packs are insane. I usually roast and flame Smilegate because every pack in this game is terrible value, but those actually are good value. But yeah, you'll just come through and do this, and your inventory will get cleaned up. Hey, DD. Oh, and Amiki. Amiki's really good. There's a couple 3-star characters that have specialty changes. Amiki is one of them, and it's one of the best specialty changes in the game. Probably, it is the best specialty change in the game. Lorena has a good specialty change for going through story, but that was probably a character you potentially built in the past when you played. Okay. This is very annoying to do, but the more you keep up with it, the better off you're going to be. So every time you summon, if you go in here and do this, it takes you 5 minutes, but you're never going to really worry about your inventory space at that point. And if you ever get to a spot where it gets annoying, just spend some Sky Stones and upgrade your overall space. Do we do the same for artifacts? To an extent, but 3-star artifacts you can generally sell. I went over that at the very beginning of stream. I'll probably make a video over this today. So guys, what all videos should I make for the day? I was considering making updated tier lists. We could do that on stream. So just a quick PvP updated tier list and PvE. They're just fun videos and they always do well. They're some of the most searched things on YouTube. So getting some tier lists up that are more updated is not a bad thing. My current old tier lists are getting like 1,000 views. Well, it's 500 views a day on 4-month-old videos or whatever, which is really high. Meaning that if we make an updated one, all those people getting outdated information will not have them. Tier lists do not help you a whole lot, but tier lists are fun videos for people to go in when they get into the game to see if the character that they pulled is good. So a lot of people are really against tier lists, but it makes playing the game more fun for you in that sense. I don't know if that explanation for those of you guys who are old players makes sense, but dude, if you give people ideas for hunt teams that are the same element would be helpful. I have peeps in the Discord asking. That's going to be this. Part 3 of the guide is going over the hunt teams. So we might make some quick tier lists. When is part 3 going to be out? I'm finishing up a couple last things and testing a couple last things. That's part of what the stream is today. There's a couple parts I want to get to. Should do a tier list of 3 and 4 stars. I mean, that's basically drag everything to the bottom and a couple up to the higher tier. I mean, I can milk it. If I want to just milk YouTube ad revenue, I can make 3-star tier list, 5-star tier list, but that's a lot of extra work, and they're all dog shit videos at that point, versus just doing it once, making it longer, people can get the information they want, and go from there. But yes, I could milk the system. There's so many... if I wanted... Guys, the most searched term on YouTube for Epic 7 is Epic 7 Returning Player Guide. It is being searched right now more than Epic 7 New Player Guide. And over the course of history, that is one of the most searched terms for Epic 7 ever. And somehow no creator's ever gone and made it. I've explained why I haven't made one, but I don't think a lot of the E7 creators know how to go in and look at different trends and things like that as to how to capitalize on their channels to the full extent, because if they did, somebody would have gone and made a returning player guide, even if it was terrible. It is by far the most searched consistent term over time. Not over time. I mean, beginning of the game, it was no returning players, but over the last little bit, it always trumps all of, like, over the course of a 2-week period, all of the new player or new stuff that's coming to the game. Not new player, but like new characters and everything. Use of your abandoned accounts for that. If I can remember the login for some of them, that would be nice. But the thing, guys, my accounts are never in a bad spot. That's the hardest thing. Why don't you make one? Because it's hard. Dude, a returning player guide. Hold on, let me turn the face cam back on. A returning player guide. Everybody that is a returning player is at a different point in the game, okay? That's just the harsh reality. And some people think they're in-game players and their account's more stabilized than it is, and other people don't. So no matter what, it's just going to bring about a guaranteed situation where people are just going to get mad if I tell them they're not in-game players. So people are going to immediately be mad once they click into the video. And it's just everyone's at a different spot. So trying to create a video that's going to be going over, it's something I may try to do if no one else still does it over a certain period of time. But with that, I have to cover a huge range of possibilities of potential places your account is at in the first episode. So do you guys think my first guide video is long? That probably would be longer because I have to go explain each different scenario as to the point of the game you're at. It's not easy, and I think that's why no one's bothered making it, because I've sat down and tried. But the thing is, you guys are saying that I have my old accounts that I could just go back in from one of my old accounts. Guys, every old account I played, I have a couple, like, I have 300 speed characters within the first month. I have my Wyvern team, I have all my expedition teams done, I have everything done. So even if I'm a returning player on one of my old accounts, my account's still good. So other people, if I'm going to, I would have to get somebody else's account for that, and we're not allowed to do that. Are you not overthinking it? I overthink everything I do. Why do you think it takes me so long to make the new player guides, and I'm never happy with the result of them? Because I know I could have done it better. I hold myself to a certain quality that I can never achieve, because my videos are all shit. But that is why I don't get it. It won't have to be a guide, just a video about things you should do for returning. I guess I could make a video like that, just like a 45-minute video going over when you come back. Prioritize this first, this second. If you've already done this, cool, then move on to step 2. Make it maybe a step thing. As a returning player checklist, you go through, make sure you have this done. If not, do X, this, and this. Ideally, it'd be easiest if I had videos to link to for each step instead of putting all the information in one video. Have it to where, depending on which step you're on, that's the video you go watch. It is doable, and it's just about the amount of time to put in. I think with the overthinking it, I have a decent idea as to how to structure it, but it's just about putting the time into doing so. Hey, Deity, I got lucky with Hearthstone. My first 4 singles. What ML should I summon on? So I am coming. I am currently
I hate hassles.
summoning on Politis. That is my second pick. My 4 top picks for new players are Hearthstone, Politis, ML Luna, and Ilanev. I think these give you the most value of your account early on. Yes, there are a bunch of other insanely good ML5s, but those are my go-to characters that I suggest. Like, a couple of the characters you're going to get for free, like Death Dealer Ray, I'm going to suggest getting him for free. But hey, Deity, what's the best way to clear up character storage and pretty 3 to 4 stars, or just endlessly expand space? I just did that. If you scroll back a little bit in the video, I just covered that. So let me go up. Returning player guide would be a library of links. Yeah, Dr. Marks, exactly. That's exactly what I just said. That's funny. So that's the way to do it. It makes sense. Coming, you say? I wish I was. Can you make a returning player guide for a player who's Emperor and been gone for 3 years and a lot of stamina and burn 1,000 cash to spend in a game? Also 6.5 feet tall IRL. Or is that 6'5"? Big difference between the two. What am I doing? That's actually hilarious. That's how I'll open the guide. I'll be like, all right, so if you're a returning player, first up, how tall are you? What is your current relationship status? If you are single and this, and I'll link you to some meme video and then go to the next one. That'd be pretty good. All right, we got another 10 summons. How to date. I need to find out how to date in 2025 video. And that's part 1 of the guide. Like, check your qualifications and be like, all right, if you do not match these, go to part 1 go to the first link in the thing. Oh, that'd be good. Unky, you're rich now, getting a subs on Poke channel. I'm doing okay financially. That was 5 subs. It's $25. It is what it is. I couldn't talk in the chat, and people were bringing me up, so I was like, you know what? I'll just give some subs. One of the things is just supporting people, especially you guys. Epic 7 is one of the... You guys support in terms of watching. Everything is insane, but Epic 7 sucks us dry of our money. A lot of players and everything. So Epic 7 content creators have some of the lowest sub counts in all games on Twitch. All games. It's wild. So like for people like Elf Mage and Light, their sub count, if they streamed any other game with that average number of viewers, their sub count would be 4x what it is in Epic 7. So what I'm trying to say with that is I'm going to support people coming to the game. So like Pokey, if they can see some success from streaming it, they might be more likely to stream it. They're a content creator, that's their job. So a couple subs here or there isn't gonna hurt me, and it may end up helping the overall community if that person continues to play the game, because it's both financially beneficial to them and they enjoy playing the game. But it's 5 sucks. Do you think Pokey cares about $20? He doesn't care about $20. That's his breakfast. I'm currently at 100 more pulls to pity Hearthstone, rip the free pulls. Do you not have any more free ones you can earn? And I mean, content creators are always appreciative no matter what, but in the long run, the whole 5 subs, I'm not. it's not a big thing. I just did it because he said some really nice things about me, and that's the only nothing I can do for Pokey. He is 10x the creator I am, so I can give him a little bit, show support back in the only way that I know that I can. Oh, because he said he made a tweet about me too, where he was nice in the tweet about me and Tristan. So that's all I know that I can do for him. Can you make a returning player with that? Which specialty changer you say is the worst? A lot of them. Ricorous or Shepherd Jenna. And Shepherd Jenna can be a little bit better, but like Ricorous probably. I'd have to go look at all of them. Timestamps, if you have time, would be cool. Dude, timestamps, you're insane. Timestamps is one of the craziest things to add to your videos. That's for people that have like everything set up really well, or are not. Timestamps are either you have your stuff set up really well or you're not succeeding. It's one or the other, because when you're in the spot that I am right now, where I just don't have the time to deal with everything, making timestamps, not easy. And the thing is, you guys can make timestamps. It takes one viewer, all you have to do is, as you're watching the video on one of the videos, if you make timestamps, just have a notepad out while you're watching it, because I'm making another video at the time, it would help everybody else out too, so you could do the work for me. I don't expect that from anybody. But the thing with timestamps is viewers can make timestamps. All you have to do is comment the timestamps, and if that comment gets enough likes and everything, it's going to just timestamp the video off that. Jinizad glazing you in Mr. Pokey stream? Jinizad was not glazing me. Me and Jinizad. Okay, so before Jinizad left Epic 7, he was my guy. Me and Jinizad, if I got a sponsor opportunity that he didn't get, I sent it over to him and tried to see if he wanted it, and I would send his information out. And like Jinizad was like my partner in crime. But then Jinizad blew the fuck up, and he moved on to other games. So Jinizad is the homie. He always has been, always will be. But it's just, I'm not at the same level as him anymore. That's the sad part. It's like me and him were playing basketball. He went to the NBA, and I'm in the backyard trying to invite your mom over to play basketball. We're in completely different leagues now, so I don't have a whole lot. We still talk occasionally. I go to the stream. He came to my stream last night. But it's just, that's the sad part, as you get left in the dust, and I am currently left in the dust. And the reason for that is because I am lazy. What were we doing? Orbis Guide? Obtain hero Tamarind from connections. Okay, we will go do this. How do I get the milestone in times from this? We appreciate a homie who stays a homie. Yeah. Now it's Tristan. Tristan's my new guy. Me and Tristan, I feel like, are very close to the same level and everything. He's out viewing me on videos, but overall, like with our sub counts and everything, we are like in the same position for like opportunities and stuff that we share with each other. So he's the closest person I have still to like kind of work with, because being a content creator is very lonely. If you do not have people around you that are around the same like level that you are, then it's I don't know how else to explain it besides it is just a lonely experience. All right, I have to beat the boss here. And I put my gear back on my Wyvern team, and my Specter Tenebria has no gear. So what do I want to do with this? Do I want to move gear again? Do I have to beat Hunt any more times? Moving the gear back and forth is very annoying. That's one of the things on the actual video, I did not move gear back and forth. I just went ahead and upgraded the gear that was on the character so that I had the two consistent teams. I wanted to try on this one, min-maxing a little bit to see how much enjoyment it sucked away from doing so, and I definitely am not going to suggest moving the gear around dependent upon what you're farming. I'm just going to have you build the characters, level up the gear, and you're good to go. That was one of the things I want to test today. So that is done at least. I know what advice I'm giving. Give me 1 second to put everything in the spots. What am I doing? I forgot. Destruction set. Destruction set. Okay, hold up. It is cigarettes. I will, guys, I will try to catch up on whatever's in chat. If you're asking questions, if I miss it, just recomment your question. Okay. Specter is back. Good to go. Oh, I'm gonna actually mold Specter a little bit now. How many catalysts do I have? A bunch? It's gonna take... I want to do the skill 2 first because I want the extra survivability for going through story. And then the skill 1 is next priority. A, B, and she is so slow. No. Banshee? I'm guessing that's Banshee. You only misplaced 2 words. Should we be spending armbands? Let me go look. There's 2 artifacts. There's only 2 artifacts I'd suggest. Hey, D-Day, some guys telling me to get Rowan on the selected banner because she's good for PvP. She actually is So, okay, so there's certain characters that are going to come in and out of the meta depending on what's meta. There's certain characters that are counter characters to other things. So Seaside Bologna used to have the counter character Rowana. Now Seaside Bologna is coming back into the meta, meaning Rowana is coming back in. So as of last week, or actually a couple days ago, once people tested stuff, Rowana seems to be back into being a good counter pick. So Rowana is good for both PvP right now and has a couple PvE use cases. So Rowana's not bad. Whenever with these selectors for the event, my advice to people was there's 4 characters I would suggest picking from your selector. I cannot figure out how to get there. It is going to be first up, the character I'm going to pick from mine is going to be Celine. This character just allows you to get into PvP and all types easily, and I used her to go through chapter 3 and 4 story. I used it during the anniversary event last year, and it was actually the best experience I had. Specter Tenebria, Celine, Tamarind, Brig was the best team I've ever gone through story with. I didn't have to use my brain whatsoever, versus everyone's always trying to figure out who they should switch their free spirit area for. This is just the best character for that I found, because she self-sustains herself, cleanses herself, she does everything. Janua is my second pick. This is taking the PvP route though. So these are the 2 first picks I have, and then now if you're PvE player, the 2 picks I have are going to be Arya and Rowana. Okay, for the 4 total characters, one of those. If you've already gotten them all, then you just kind of pick whatever you want. In terms of other good characters, she can be good, Wukong's fun, but not great right now because he doesn't have the current rift cycle. Fenris is awful. Polytus would be a great pick. I just don't think new players get as much use out of Polytus because she doesn't single-handedly do what all you need to do. She just helps. So if you don't have the other characters to put around Polytus, she does not have the value that people tell you that she does. The problem with in-game players a lot of time giving advice is they have not played a new account in years, so they have no idea what it's like to have a small roster, and Polytus is one of the characters that with a small roster you will not see the same benefit as a later game player. Blue Crow can be pretty good. Other than that, those are my suggestions. Those 4 top ones are the go-tos. Now artifact just comes down to which artifact which characters you get. Okay, so I'm ranked 40. Let me go ahead and grab this on this account. And now what the fuck were we doing? I do not remember. It's my bad. Let me scroll. No, you're good. You're good. Is it okay to start buying the gears on Arena Shop early? Yeah. Just try to make sure you know why you're buying whatever it is you're buying. Banshee. Yeah, Banshee is slow. Banshee is just a slow. It's the easiest hunt to one-shot, but for your first couple of clears, it's going to feel really slow until you get whatever character's up for the one-shots. I took Celine. You were so right. She's carrying me so much in story. Yeah, that's the big thing, guys. I have played so many new player accounts through the game. I know when it gets hard. I know the different characters. I've tried every character throughout the 1 million accounts I've played over the last few years. Like, I'm very confident in the advice I give, and I have to fight people on it so often. My newest, like, every day I wake up, I have comments that are, my newest video was, this guy says that RNG and PvP is good, and he also says Rift or Hunt is better than Rift. What the fuck was this comment? He's like, I don't know if I trust this guy anymore. I was like, oh my god. That's a bad thing. Everything I say, I'm gonna have someone trying to fight it. And I guarantee I have played more accounts and experienced more than you have. So just let me give my advice. And maybe give constructive criticism back to it. Explain your reasoning why. That's what I ask. If you go against my advice, that's cool. I completely understand. Everyone has a different experience playing this game. But give the damn reason why. Show some math behind it. Show your work. Make it digestible by another player as to why you disagree. And that's cool. But don't just attack my fucking takes. Oh, it is exhausting. Every day, that's the first thing I read is 5 comments that it's just attacks. And it is what it is. I'm used to it, but I need to not read comments when I first wake up. Is it worth it to wait for boss Arunka? So she looks good on paper. The difference, okay, this real quick. The difference between summoning on one of these characters right now are these characters are proven, solid, good characters. The thing with Arunka, we don't know how good she's going to be. So Harsetti, we know she's a absolute an annoyance in the game. She's very good. Seafan Apolytus, super good. ML Luna, we know these characters are good. If you want to take the gamble and wait for Arunka, on paper she looks good. She probably is going to be very strong, but she could come out and be lackluster. Okay, that is up to you on that decision. I'm not going to try to force you either way. I personally just summon. Anytime there's a good character on banner, I summon. I'm going to always go for something because your pity carries over. If you get lucky and get that character, cool. If you get unlucky and don't get the character, that sucks. Waiting for a Runka, if you don't have enough to pity her, you're not going to get her anyway, okay? Or you potentially might not get her anyway. So why not just summon anytime that something's going to benefit your account, go for it, and go from there. Oh yeah, where are we going? MP Forever for Rift, use the Wondrous Potion Vial? Yeah, Fene, Wondrous Potion Vial, 4-star Artifact is best in slot. What am I farming in the background? Am I farming Hunt in the background? How is my Hunt not failing? I took all my gear off Cigarette. We're not going to question that. Okay, so what was next? Orbis Guide. That is done. Oh, we're doing Tamarind. Okay, that's what we have to do. That's the problem is usually Sub Gambler man. Hello. Someone, dude, guess. Someone asked, they're like, so what happened in last night's stream? I missed it. I was like, we just talked about gambling for 2 hours. You didn't miss anything because I don't remember what we did last night. Oh, here we go. You keep in saying Spectating is good for PV. Can you name any besides Story? Abyss. I use her in my original grass whatever team. What is happening? Can't even claim my rewards. I don't know. You can go through. So Abyss, you can use Specter Tenebria. She's actually like key character if you don't have her for a couple of floors above 120. It is a pain in the ass. She just is the safety net character going through Abyss. Then from there, we're going to have your Expedition. So I use her in Grass Expedition for my initial beginning team. She's not insane, but she will get you the points needed. I don't use her in any other expos, I do not believe. But then from there, we also have Labyrinth. I do use her in... Is it 2 of the bosses for Hell Raid or Nightmare Raid? Bottom left, I always use Specter Tenebria. There are better characters, but it does give you ability for that. And guys, everyone that tells you Specter Tenebria is bad for PvP, she's bad for RTA. And she's still okay for RTA as a 4th, 5th pick, okay? She can still be used in RTA. There's a lot of games you can play that character. She still can be very strong. She's a book holder. She allows you to bring book or Tygal's Ancient Book to give you souls to start the fight. You can still use her as a later draft pick. But one of the big things is Guild War, okay? As a new player, I try to set you up with a Guild War team. That's the reason I suggest Destina on top of everything, because Destina for early Guild Wars is going to be amazing for you. So if you go into your Guild Wars, one of the places Specter Tenebria can shine in is as you learn matchups for Guild Wars, you can come in here, go through the different fights. If the opponent doesn't have any high pressure AoE damage on their team, so like potentially this right here, Brieg can end up sniping Specter Tenebria, but I could use Specter Tenebria, Brieg, Destina probably in this team. So if you just find any team that does not have AoE, she can still be very good for early Guild Wars because you have Destina for revive. Just in case they have a little AoE pressure that kills your Specter Tenebria, you have the revive to where if the... So let's just say there's... I hopefully we can find a character real quick. Right here, Specter Tenebria shits on the second team. Specter Tenebria is so good against Rimuru, APOC, and Violet. So like she is very, very good still. Any of you guys that are saying that she can't be used for PvP, if you're hearing that, she is core for getting some of your first initial Guild War wins. Okay? She will die to Rimuru? No, she will not die to Rimuru. She won't have any buffs. How's she gonna die? Oh, the Rimuru X. How's she gonna die to Rimuru? What? She can't be targeted by Rimuru. And Rimuru doesn't do splash damage. She shits on this right side team. She gives you option into evasion. The extra damage proc? The extra damage proc is on the character that Rimuru targets. Do you not know? Rimuru, counter S3's single target, deals additional damage depending on the amount of buffs to the character he's targeting. Rimuru cannot target Specter Tenebria. So it's going to hit your Brieg or your Destina. What do you mean? Rimuru ain't doing shit here. Specter Tenebria shits on this right side team. Okay, so there are some good places you can use her. I think she is one of the easier characters to get into the game with. Damn, you responded to this message, but ignore my question up there? Well, yeah, it's because I was in the middle of it and said it was a short thing. When you type a long question, do you already have an opinion on the new crowd? I do not. Okay, I got 2 chats going, brother. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, let's move forward, though. But again, anybody that says Specter Tenebria is useless for PvP, false. She is definitely one of the early game characters that can help you learn into the game. It's fine, yeah. I know you're just messing with me, but... Let's go back in. Let's see if we can claim this reward now. You fuck Tristan something? Shut up. Tristan's the best. That guild name? What, you got a problem with Renex Toes? Why can't I claim that? This game sucks. Get the old reset him. You can definitely use Euphine. She's not the best character for story for PV, but you can definitely use her. Yeah, you can, guys, you can use, yeah, Tristan's the GOAT. I don't know. I know you're just joking with that too, but Tristan's the GOAT. This is objective for account progression and making the game easier. Who offers more benefits between Arya and Celine? I don't think Arya really adds anything, personally. Arya gives you the ability to potentially set up an easy Wyvern one-shot, but you can already beat Wyvern. So what does Arya offer you that you don't already have access to that is good? Guys, and that's a question for you. That's not a like rhetorical statement or whatever. That is, what is Arya providing to your account for PvE that isn't accomplished by other characters that you already have? Somebody answer that. Otherwise, Celine is going to be giving you a PvP option. I do not think you will ever use Arya in PvP. You can use her in Guild War, just like I was saying Specter Tenebria is good. You could use Arya there in certain fights. But the thing with Guild War, that's the fun of it, especially as a new player, is you can kind of find ways to make almost anything work. I'm going through episode 4 now, super slow, using Stene, Argy, Brig, and Tam. Is there anything I can do? No, it's just super slow. The later chapters take a long time to clear through. Okay, I guess it claimed it. That's nice. We have to watch Moonlight Theater. We have to get Tam from Connections. And okay, so to even get Tam, we have to beat Strays first. So let's go do that. I'm not even close. Sick. All right. I guess this will work. If we start dying, then I need to go level gear a little bit, but hopefully we're fine. I think I moved the gear back to Specter Tenebria. Will you upload the part 3 guide later? Yes. That's a whole point of what I'm doing today. There's a couple little things I'm checking. I already checked off one of them, and then I'll have that part up. It will be up tonight, or this afternoon, not tonight. Like, what is it? Noon? Probably by 5 p.m. So 5-ish hours from now. And then the part after part 3 will be way faster. Okay, part 3 is just kind of hard because I'm trying to figure out what's the smoothest progression from that. So getting into hunt challenges, getting those charms to utilize those charms to beat the next thing. I'm trying to figure out which rewards we want to go for first just to make it the smoothest for people getting in. I know you guys are wanting me to hurry up and get it done, but the thing is I want this guide to be a long-lasting thing. I'm not sick of it, but it is a little frustrating putting the amount of time I do into making a guide for it to only be usable for a 3-month period. And then I have to do it again because they've changed so much stuff. I'm trying to make sure that I do this guide well enough to where it can stand for potentially all the way up until Anniversary and hopefully through Anniversary. And during Anniversary, I'll have the new player guide, and then I will be playing a new account for Anniversary that you can follow along with that account, but I will hopefully, I'm praying that I don't have to do a whole nother guide series for it. RB can't be that good in PvP to justify the fall off in PvE. RB is really good in PvE, or PvP, but he's easy to fight against too. The thing is, in-game players, no matter what character you have, besides there's a core selection of like 7 godly ML5s, I mean, he's good, but either one you take, you're going to be happy with. Specter Tenebria, you will be very happy going through the later things of Abyss. All the people that took RB, once they get to Abyss, what is it, like 112 and up, or you have to get to Abyss 110? That period between Abyss 100 to Abyss 110, having Arbiter Villager, not Stene, and they're watching all the people with Stene go and get their free ML5 from the Orbis guide, they're going to be a little sad. But then in 2 months, they're going to be happy because their RB is one-shotting whatever team they bring into Guild War or RTA. Yeah, RB's like Stene. You would pick him 4th, 5th pick, but RB is pickable more than Specter Tenebria would be. That's the whole general thing around that. But one thing about this is, guys, metas. Going through different metas, different characters become viable again. If we go back into a heavy single target meta at any point, Specter Tenebria will become one of the most oppressive 4th, 5th picks again. Okay, there is a chance we go back into that. Metas constantly rotate. If we rotate back into a heavy crit style meta where the characters that are highest priority are characters that crit, ML can come back and end up being one of the most important characters to have for 4th, 5th pick. It all comes down to what is the core meta of top 3 picks on both sides. Characters can, within a month period, end up becoming S rank again. Because how to build Specter Tenebria, which gear is most effective on her? Just any damage gear. Whether it's speed set, destruction set would be ideally the most stat value. Destruction set has an additional 1.5 rolls over any other set. if you're going for damage, and your character is going to be below like 210 speed. Okay, as long as you're below 210 speed, Destruction has the highest gear score value set bonus of all the sets. Outside of that, speed set is generally the best thing to do of any character is going to be above 210 speed. You're going to get the most stat value from speed set. But overall, those little minuscule amount of numbers, if you're a new player, you don't worry about that because that's one roll. The thing is your gear isn't min-max perfectly rolled 105 to 110 gear score. You don't need to worry about that. Trying to force a pen set because you hear that it has higher value, whenever your speed set rolled 10x better than your destruction set, you're just building a worse character. So don't worry too much about the overall set. Worry about what the overall stat line is on your character. Fire Tactic playing good, not really, but yes, at the same time, very oppressive 4th, 5th pick. Anybody who's weak to debuff, she is very strong against. But you cannot. Okay, so Epic 7 in terms of the bad thing is I'm so bad about putting things in RTA terms. You're going to have your core 3 characters you pick, and then you have your flex picks at the end. Your core 3 characters is usually between a range of around 30 to 50 characters in any meta. Probably not up to 50. It's probably around 30 characters at most will be picked 1st through 3rd pick, depending on the style of player that you're going to be playing. That very rarely changes. Your bottom 2 picks, you can flex in. There's 300 characters in the game. You could flex in 100 different characters into those slots, and they can perform to a good extent. Now, in terms of Arena and Guild War, you can basically use anything you want. It's a more controlled environment because you can predict which skill is going to be used on each character. Whereas RTA, people can click their skill 2 instead of skill 3. We recommend pulling DN for new players. Yes, I think new players should pull DN. What do you guys think? I think that is, if you didn't summon on Crow, definite DN is going to be your first go-to. Am I at the boss? I don't know. It's Faustus. I'm not there yet. Can Celestial Mercedes be used in PV? She can, but I wouldn't suggest it. Where should I push in content? So I'm stuck between, or because of Tamarind connection, just farm. So currently we have the Carrot event going. Just go farm for Catalyst or go farm Hunt. Either one that you're doing, you're going to be getting stamina return through Carrots and just buy more stamina. This is one of the best times you could ever just... Those of you guys that feel stuck and are upset that you can't progress through the missions, this is the best time you could sit and play and farm, okay? Just doing the basic stages and not progressing, you're going to get way more out of taking a little break from pushing through story right now than anybody starting the game later will get. I'll explain that better once this fight's over. Do I play on phone? Sometimes, so when I'm laying in bed, yeah. So my whole life setup, I have my streaming setup here, I have my green screen behind me, and then I have my bed and stuff. But on this computer, I'll usually have multiple gacha games running, whether it's raid farming, usually 2 accounts on raid farming, and then I'll have my Epic 7 accounts farming. But then I also have my laptop on my bed, and I will play from I always prioritize or will put above playing on phone, playing on either my laptop or PC. It's just a better experience, and I don't like my phone battery dying. I like having my phone for work stuff just in case I need to deal with anything. Having the ability to go and respond to comments or whatever I feel like I need to do. I will always try to keep my phone free. But yes, I will play on phone occasionally. If I'm out, like last night, I went and while I was gone, I had to play raid because I had to finish my Hydra fights for the week. It's one of the clan bosses in that game, and I used my phone to do it. So sounds like TikTok brain rot, but for gacha. Kind of is. Well, it's my job. It's no different than whatever you guys do. My room is my office, essentially, so. Went out to gamble. I did not go out to gamble. I might today. I'm not going to go gamble today, but I have free drinks at the casino and snacks, so I might go to the casino and just go to the VIP, get a couple of margaritas, and it's free, so I need to take advantage of it. And gamble. We'll test my whatever it is today. My self-control. Can I not go into the casino and just go get free drinks at VIP? If I go in, then maybe I should go back. But what if I go in and win though? Imagine we go back tomorrow again. I'm just kidding. I'm going to finish up the guide though before I go out. So you're being invited to the VIP section. You shouldn't go. I'm not being invited. I have access to it. I have VIP parking at the casino. I have VIP. I have free drinks all year. I don't have to buy drinks ever. And the thing is, I get free drinks for friends. So if you're my friend, you can get... all right, well, I'm going to manual this. I'm unbuffable.
The goddess.
But yeah, I can. Why is that? Because I've gambled throughout the year.
Know your
When you gamble enough, you get free stuff. So they give me free stuff because the thing was I was up and they want their money back. Is the biggest way to put it. I was up against the casino and they're trying to get me stuff to get me back in there to get the money back. Now I'm down, but that's the overall general thing. Is the more they can get you in there, whether it's even to go buy food, because I love the restaurants there. The more they get you in there, the more chance they have to make money. But yeah, there's a good chance I'll go do that today. Just
Where are you?
a little relaxed time, couple margaritas sounds really nice.
You're trying to catch my eye. Flutter. Gust.
Nobody goes to casino just to drink. I'm gonna prove you guys wrong today, and you're gonna be proud of me.
Ready. Ta-da! Here comes our
Don't you only have to half HP this? I probably could have just manual or autoed it, but I don't remember which fight this is because this isn't the actual boss fight.
There's nothing more.
Gambling's a bad hobby, just saying. Yeah, you're playing a gacha game right now, gambling. Every time you go summon, it's literally the same as a slot machine. And I don't spend money on Epic 7, so don't judge me. All of you that buy a pack in Epic 7 and then tell me gambling's not good. Yeah? I don't spend on gacha games, so yeah. I came back from like 2-year hiatus. I literally got no meta PvP units. The thing is, Epic 7 has a lot of power creep, so any of the new characters that you pull will probably be stronger than any of the old characters you have. So just go within that and just aim for getting some new characters and get your account back up to where it feels good playing. Don't really stress about the current characters you have not being good. Just farm PvE anyway for a while. Get some new gear. Get through the new stories and all that. Save that for ML Ronka, yeah. You can't lie. I remember you going in for Abyssal Fiend. Well, yeah, I used to spend money on Epic 7. I used to spend money all the time, but now I don't. And now I have a freed up for fun budget, because that was my money that I spent on Epic 7 was my entertainment budget. If I want to go entertain myself, I'm going to go entertain myself with that budget. Now, if I start spending on Epic 7 or gacha games again, then I am not going to be going, and I won't have my entertainment budget anymore.
The time is
There was something I was going to show. What was it that I was going to show?
I have no mercy.
The carrot farming. Right now, those of you guys that are stuck on the Tamarind missions because you have to donate aid to guild, I will go show you
goddess.
what to do with that.
Melt away.
But you're right, Gang by Hodor. I'm not going to lie, gambling is a bad hobby, but I'm never going there above my means. Okay, I'm aware. I don't advise anybody to go gamble, but I want to have some fun. Okay, and that is what is fun for me. I don't have anything else to do to get out of the house. Today it's kind of nice. I could go play golf. That is an option. But during the winter, I had nothing. Isn't your gacha spending a tax deduction? Just because something's a tax deduction doesn't mean it's free. Okay, so yes, I can spend on Epic 7, but it's a 30% discount. So the way that deductions work, at least in the United States, is going to be if you spend money on anything for your job that you can claim, you are going to be able to write that off your total income. So let's just say I made, let's just say $50,000. Okay, say my income for the year is $50,000, but I spent $10,000 in Epic 7 to make that $50,000. That means it will take that money off of the total I made. But by doing so, I'm still basically taxed at, or basically I'm only saving 30% of what I spent. Okay, so if I had, say, not spent that $10,000 and saved all of it and just played everything free, then I would have the full amount instead. But if I spent, I'm still getting, I don't know how to explain it. I'm too tired for this. But either way, it's basically comes out to be around a 30% discount on whatever packs you purchase in-game. Hopefully that makes sense enough. You write off your gacha spending? Of course I do. Yeah, of course I do. What kind of question is that? But Keanu, thank you for using your Prime. It didn't. You lost when you spoke. It didn't. You explained it correctly. I don't even remember where I was at in the middle of that. This is why I need to get out of the house, though. I can't even talk in a full sentence. I stumble on myself so often right now. I need something to like get my brain juiced up again, whether that's sunlight, going walking. You caught a Poke Stream? I did. I finally made it in. I saw Poke Stream and I just woke up. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop in there. Right when I came and I saw my name mentioned, and I wasn't following him, so I wasn't even talking chat, so I give it some subs. You're dumb as hell. I know I am. I may go golf instead. That sounds kind of fun. If I did a round of 4 hours, I need to get the episode up before I go play though. Hey Deity, how many alt accounts do you have? None right now. You speak fine, you're juggling 150 conversations on stream, anyone would stumble. But even in my videos, normally I'm a one take monster. I just record a video, one take it. Oh gosh, my green screen with Pavel's S3 cooking me. But usually it's just one take and I'm good to go. And that was not the case lately. I'm talking in circles in my videos, which means I need to get out of the damn house bad.
When you have to fight, you fight.
How bad is this Pavel? How much damage did he do? Hunk, you're ancient, I know. Oh, wait, okay. You got a spot in your Discord or a spot in your guild for a new account? No, we just filled up the guild today. Okay, well our Brig died. Do we need a level of gear? I hate this fight. The green, the green from my screen is cooking me.
Oh, you want to try me? Ugh, I'm bored.
Am I gonna die? Have you tried doing a small script for videos? No. If I made a script for my videos that just is in infinite more time, I need to put Daydream Joker on Specter Tenebria. There's literally, I forget to do it every single time. Daydream Joker is going to make that fight infinitely easier. Whenever you get to the end of chapter 2 and you don't have Tamarind yet, Daydream Joker is the key to not having your characters die like mine just did. Plus, I should probably go Awakener, but I need to change that over. Any productive moment of the day? I mean, it's going to overall slow down what I can get done. That's the problem with doing scripts. I'm gonna enhance this gear. I'm gonna throw it on Tamarind anyway. Hall of Trials kicking my ass. Hall of Trials is not for new accounts, but even on my main, I just hate Hall of Trials, guys. On my main account, I hate it as well. All the units I got built at the moment, I enjoyed using 2 years ago. I really like Senny and Rylet. Are they usable still? Not really. Rylet's gotten some buffs, but you can't. So most of the characters, if you really wanted to, you could still make them work. That's the best way I could put it. Otherwise, though, actually, I'm gonna put Brig on Aureus too. Going through story, having Brig on Aureus is really nice. Okay, and Specter Tenebria, I would like to awaken her. I didn't mean a full script. I mean, making a script versus like having the general idea of what I want to talk about in my head. I have the general idea, so I mean, I could make bullet points or something. Have I done the hardest difficulty of what's it called yet? Wait, you can't access battle from in here? Am I blind? I suck at this new menu navigation. Getting close to 3.9, story still waiting on Tamarind. Yeah, okay, so there, you just reminded me. Thank you. What are you going to, do you think they're going to buff Spectenia again? No, she doesn't need it. She's in a spot where she's solid, and there's a chance that she's going to come back and be super strong. Again, just dependent upon the meta. She's at that perfect, she fills a role that isn't really filled by anybody else, that when it comes up again in the future, she will still be good in that role. So when a single target meta becomes dominant, then that's where she's going to shine. And with them just buffing Landy, makes me feel like there's a good chance they will potentially be heading toward more of a single target meta again in the near future. That's just copium, but imagine. Okay, so those of you guys that are stuck on Tamarind, don't feel bad. You do not have to be progressing your Orbis missions. This is the best time we've ever had to farm in Epic 7. So generally, you'll ask people, the one common question is, should I use my leaves? The answer is yes. One, if you're playing, you should be using your leaves just to get benefit. Now, if you want to min-max your leaves, though, you want to go and do it during a buff event when these buffs are going. So if you're waiting on Tamarind, literally going and farming anything right now is beneficial. My advice for the best farming things are going to be just go in and farm for catalyst stages. Okay, just slamming this over and over and over to be able to get your AP up and get your charms and stigma. You are going to be so happy you did this. And with doing this, you're going to be getting carrot kickback. So this week, having the carrot kickback is unbelievably the best time we've ever had to farm in history. So those of you guys that are stuck on Tamarind now, you should be very happy. If you're stuck on Tamarind 2 months from now following the guide or getting into the game, you are not going to have this ability to boost up your account to the level that you can from doing this. Hey Mitchell, do you know if the Robin Coupon summon tickets for the limited units has free to included? I imagine it does. I don't know off the top of my head though. DDR still the best pick, in my opinion, yes. Sylvan Sage just got a buff, but I still... Death Dealer Ray is not. It's not? What's not? Why not Eulogy? Well, the thing is, you won't have Eulogy unlocked yet, will you? Oh, you can do Eulogy. Okay, so if you are able to push through, if you're only stuck on that one mission, but you've already finished what I'm working on right now, you can take the milestone in time and buy Eulogy for a Saint, and you could farm that. That would actually be just as good. The problem for this, though, is when farming Eulogy for a Saint, you don't get action points to buy Catalyst. As a new player, you have to level up so many characters. Once you get through the story and get through getting, or like your common PvE teams done, you're going to need these Catalysts for PvP. So telling people to farm Eulogy for a Saint too early, you're gonna have a lot of golden stuff, but you're still gonna have to come farm this before you get your account set up. So I'd rather suggest that people do this now to get as much as they possibly can and then start doing Eulogy later. The only benefit for Eulogy over this is you're gonna get more charm powder and you do get a bit more stigma, but not getting the AP gonna kind of hurt you. Okay, once you start trying to get building your PvP teams and you have no catalyst to build them, it's just a hard thing to as to which is going to be more beneficial. You're going to end up in the same spot regardless. Again, Ambitious Tywin and Commander Pavel today. Commander Pavel, not great. Ambitious Tywin in the current meta, also, he's okay. I mean, Ambitious Tywin, another example of the character that comes in and out of the meta constantly. He's super good. But if there's a high cleanse, high immunity meta where characters like Last Rider Crow are very good and characters that are putting up immunity, A Tywin doesn't have as much value there. So A Tywin could be, he was unbelievably good 6 months ago, and he could be unbelievably good 6 months from now as well. How's Dark Shuri? Not very good. Which Catalyst stage do you recommend farming? I honestly would probably just farm the first stage. I haven't watched Tristan's video because he went and did the math on it. But I would probably just go and do the lowest level just for the sake of speed farming. So if you go into your episode, one of these in the early batch, because you'll be able to actually one-shot. I did not mean to click that 7 times, but I would potentially just go to episode 1. How bad is this? 1-6 for new players. Yeah, this is the stage I would do based off what I've seen so far of me going in and doing it. I would go farm this. Yes, you're only getting these catalysts, but you can trade these in Alchemist Steeple as well as just the AP. You go pick whichever you want. So this is just Eulogy not worth farming. No, Eulogy is worth farming, but for depending on how new your account is, you need the catalyst. Last Rider Crow is very, very, very good. Not very, very, very. I would say very, very good. ML Ilinav is very, very, very good. Last Rider Crow is very, very good. I like him a lot. And Last Rider Crow being meta potential right now is part of what made A Tywin not be so good. So AP doesn't depend on episode. You get the same amount anywhere. It depends on the stamina you put in. So this is an 8 stamina stage. You're going to get 20 AP. Okay, now if you go into one of the later stages, it costs 20 stamina, you're going to get 20 AP. So it does not matter. It's going to be dependent upon the amount of stamina that you put in. Yeah, 2 ML Illies once multi. Why are you doing... I don't do multi-summons on Mystics. Hey dude, how have you been? It's been a long time. Hey, what's up, Shunu? I couldn't see your name because any of you guys that have a dark blue name in Twitch chat, I hate you because I use dark mode to stream and I cannot see your name. I have to like squint and lean forward. But I just came back due to Origin update, just watched a few videos to get back on track. Well, welcome back to the game. The game feels completely new right now. It's very, very good. Now I regret, you guys, there's a reason I do single summons for Mystics, because I'm poor and I'm not slamming packs, okay? When not slamming packs, if I end up getting 2 and the same one, that puts me potentially up to 9 summons away from the next pity. So I've always been a single summon gamer, trying to min-max my wallet instead of, because back when I did spend, there was a time that I had that happen. I was like, I wonder how close I could have been to pity on the next character. The quotes between levels 70 and 80 on labs and story worth keeping? Depends on which one, does Kisei? Ran! Okay. We'll take it. don't see me using him, but current meta, hold up, back it up. On new account, having a character that could help me at least race speed, not a bad pickup. Is Asaria worth building up? You can. I personally almost never use Asaria. Asaria's main use cases are going to be episode, story, battle. Asaria's main use cases are going to be some of the floors of Abyss. She's nice. She is going to be useful in your Labyrinth, Hell Raid teams. There's a couple spots where you could use her, and she is nice within there. And then lastly, Expeditions. You can use her on... I personally never do. I always skip out on Asaria. It's one of the most controversial things with the original new player guide I made was that I didn't tell people to get Asaria. But you can use her in this Pain Pursuer Mori, pretty good. You can't use her in those two. You can use her in the Dark one. And then what's the other one? Grass. Would you use her in Grass? I wouldn't. I don't. Everyone harps about how good Asaria is, and I just never used her. I never saw the value in it. I have her, and I have her level 60 and everything, but otherwise, the game gives you Brieg now. Brieg does the things that Asaria does besides a skill reset. The problem with using Asaria for any kind of farming team is she uses her skill 2 randomly to reset. So everyone's like, Tam and Asaria is so good. Yeah, if you get lucky and she actually uses the reset on Tamarind, it can be good. But most of the time, Asaria is just resetting like your Specter Tenebria or something as you're trying to go through the game to get another skill 3 instead of getting the 2 hits poison. Like, I've never had a good time using Asaria except for a couple manual stages of Abyss. Now, is she good? Yes, she can be very good. But is this now better, Shunu? Is what now better? Oh, your name? Yes, that is much better. Hey, what's up, Ryu? Why is it showing me this? The Twitch Prime? I don't know. What were we doing? Does anyone remember? Before we got on another... We're doing Tamarind's side story? No, we're not. We have to finish story. Watch Moonlight Theater. We have to finish story for this. So we keep going through this. You know what was one of the biggest things with the patch that's really nice? You don't have to heal your characters anymore. You know how annoying that was? Having to heal your characters before you went to the next fight? Oh, what a great change, Epic 7. Easiest way to rank grind, what I just showed, farming Catalyst stage or Unrecorded History. There is no... I mean, there is rank speed farming, leveling up your Tyria all the way to where she one-shots each thing. It's just about how fast can you spend stamina. Doesn't matter what you're farming, everything's the same value. Your stamina equates directly to XP. So whatever you're doing that's farming the fastest and clearing the stage and burning the stamina the fastest is going to level you up the fastest. Is there any reason to rank up your account? I don't know. Is there anything in the Orbis guide that's about ranking up your account? Otherwise, you don't care about the rank of your account. It's just going to passively upgrade. Unless you're just trying to show off to your friends that in 5 days I got the rank 70 or something. Otherwise, the level of your account does not matter. More stamina cap? I mean, does the more stamina cap matter? If someone's caring about their level or grinding, that means they're probably hard grinding the game. Which means the stamina regeneration, they're always going to be under cap. And what is that? The extra couple levels, you're going to have an extra 10 stamina when you wake up? Is that important? Over time, yeah, but... I'm at a point I need to be rank 60. Okay, so there is a rank 60 for a quest. So yeah, if you need that for a quest, it's just about how fast can you burn your energy and just use leaves and crank out farming. Anything you farm right now is going to be nice. Catalyst grind it is, yeah. Okay, so if there's rank 60 for one of the lab quests, there you go. I just wasn't sure if there was any for that yet. Hi, new player. Here's the game worth for PV only. In short term, yes. In short term for PV only, it's going to feel really good. Long term though, it will fall off, and I personally don't suggest it if you're going to just be playing PvE. If you want it to just be a casual side game, sure. The problem is all the PvE is super easily completed within the game with the free stuff the game gives. Then from there, why is my team getting cooked? Then from there, one of the issues is everything's geared. What are you farming PvE for? The whole point of this game is farming for new gear. So if you're not playing PvP and you can already beat all the PvP with the current gear, it's the MiHoYo cycle. If you can already beat everything, the thing is MiHoYo at least makes updates for PvE occasionally. Epic 7 almost never does. There's never any new hard PvE content. But why are you farming to upgrade your characters if you already beat everything? That's the main thing I have problems with MiHoYo games. I do like them. I think they're awesome, but I always end up bored with them, and I end up taking like a 6-month break before I come back and play it again. I'm a new player coming after watching your guides and videos, and I have some questions to ask as a new player. How do I determine how much usable a Moonlight hero is in PvE? Just asking around as to where you could use X character. Moonlight characters are generally, they're not designed for PvE. They are, in the game, it tells you they're designed for PvP. So when you pull a Moonlight character, probably are not going to be looking to use them in PvE very much. How do you get past Path 43 Guild War? I'll have to go look at it. But hey, what's up, Juicy? How are you doing? How's Making Guide 3 going? Good. I'm basically done with it. I was either going to finish it up before I stream this morning or just go live and hang out for a little bit. I wanted to get at least one stream out of the way this morning. So, and there's a couple things I'm still testing. I'm trying to make the smoothest path possible. And to do that, I need to get this account further ahead of that account. So as a new player, we do need to focus on getting PvE heroes before aiming for Moonlights. I mean, the game, for PvE, the game is going to give you every single character you need to clear everything. There is no, you have to summon on X character or anything to clear all of PvE. That's one of the coolest things with Epic 7, is the only thing that you might have trouble with is Nightmare Raid, or Nightmare Labyrinth. Other than that, the game gives you every single character to be able to clear each content. The summoning is generally for luxury of being able to have one character that will beat things maybe a little bit faster, or they shiny out on Pokestream a little, bro. I know. Or if you mean right now, yeah. Pokey's been, he's making me feel good about myself. Pokey's got me gassed up. It's like motivating too, seeing somebody like that getting into the game and having fun, and then hearing that I helped them just through the stuff that I've made. It's a good feeling. So I have this stupid question: if ML for PvP, then why is Specter Tenebria better for PV? Because it's just her design. Specter Tenebria just is. Specter Tenebria used to be first picked in PvP. She was that strong. The thing is, she's one of the very few characters that has poison in her kit, which makes her extremely good for Abyss. Then from there, she has survivability in her skill 2, which makes her very good for just general clearing. One of the thing is, some ML5s are very good for PvE. So Moonlight Landy, going through the game with Moonlight Landy, she has sustain in her kit. She can be good for PvE, but not, the characters are not designed for that. Okay, so like Brig is designed for PvE. He's an RGB character, but they do not design Moonlight 5s for PvE. It just is a happenstance that they sometimes work in certain types of content. That's 10A for flat chest supremacy. Agreed. Which boss should I prepare for first for lab as Mikalis? Just depends on which one you want to do. It's all the same. You want to beat all of them, so usually Carcanus is what I would always go for first. The right side boss, it's fire, but that's because of the characters we were taking throughout the game. I was having people grab Blue Shoe from, or the character Shoe, she's a warrior, the little rat looking character. I was having people grab her, and then we had Brig, and that was one of the easier bosses to beat because of who we were taking. But okay, which should I request at the guild? Penguins. Do you sell these accounts when you're done with them? No, I do not. Guys, selling accounts, Epic 7 accounts sell for nothing, okay? That's one thing. You're probably asking that because you saw it in the official Discord. They make up a bunch of fantasies about me. I live in their heads permanently. I don't know what I could do to make them just not come up with random stories about me. But selling an Epic 7 account, especially these god accounts, they wouldn't sell for anything, okay? They'd sell for like 40 bucks. And the amount of effort I would have to go through to sell them for 40 bucks, I'm not bothering. I do not care about $40. If I'm gonna, I will just go do something else. And it's also against the terms of service of Epic 7 to sell accounts. And if I got caught selling accounts, I could get kicked from the content creator program. Oh no, that would suck. But either way, no, I do not sell the accounts. If you want to buy one of the accounts, DM me though. I'm kidding. I do not. I don't even remember the login information for most of them. They just are accounts that exist that haven't been logged into for forever. If you guys don't believe me that the accounts are sold or whatever, you can go find the name of any of the content I made in the past with those accounts, search the name of it. That account will be inactive. Okay, no one bought it, no one logged into it. That account is just dead. Okay, you can go to any of my videos and search that account. You do not believe me. They just make up the most random fantasies about me because their goal, the Epic 7 official Discord's goal, is to try to get people to not like me. So I've been battling that for years. Okay to buy an Epic 7 account, just don't tell anybody you did it. Could you give them away? No. If I was allowed to give the accounts away, I would have been. But to give the accounts away is breaking their terms of service. And they sent us a whole big ass thing, what was it, a year and a half ago or whatever? Very dumb that we are not supposed to do giveaways or log into people's accounts for any reason. If we do, that person will get banned for a day and will get kicked from the creator program. And multiple offenses. If I logged in your account, you got banned for a day, then I did it again, you could be banned permanently. There's a bunch of stupid stuff with that, so I just don't. Yeah, but then they allow Elvmage, who had an account gifted to him, compete in the Epic 7 World Cup tournament. Elvmage should not be allowed in that shit on that account. They put all these restrictions on us for certain things, but then they just bypass it for the most... That is the thing that's the most hypocritical bullshit of all time. Elvmage should not be allowed to compete in any kind of tournament on that account. But we're not allowed to do any of that stuff anymore? Come on. That thing is, that's one thing that makes me mad every single time. And also, we also know that Proxy, the person who gets Hall of Fame, Proxy, I love Aetherbolt, he's awesome, but he should not be able to play on that account for RTA. We know it's not his account. It is Careless's account. It's been shown that he was given to him. He streams the account, yet he still, I believe, places Hall of Fame on that account. What? Ow, why is it so, they act like they care, but they just do not care. They'll take the thing is they hate me, okay? They hate me, so I know if I were to do something, I get repercussions for it. But the other people, they're just like, oh, who cares? So I'm not risking it. I'm not doing anything with giving accounts away or whatever. If you don't believe me on the accounts, just go search up the name, go find the content, look at the name, and search it. It hasn't been logged into since whenever I stopped playing it. There is no active account of mine from an old video. But if you buy Epic 7 accounts, just don't tell anyone you did it. If it was an Asian man, it would be golden. I don't know. It's kind of nice being a little bit different because well, me and Tristan's the same. But not gonna lie, none of us care. We just want good content. Yeah, I know, but I don't want Elvmage and them to see any repercussions or anything for that. I just want them to be consistent. Okay. I love Elfmage. I love Aetherbolt. Both great creators. They're making good content with playing at high level PvP. Not saying they should get in trouble. What I'm saying is Smilegate's stance is so stupid. If you're going to have one thing, treat everybody the same and have them follow the same rules. Okay? That's all I'm asking. I don't want anything to happen to Elfmage. I'm just saying if Elfmage is able to compete in that, they let him do it, but other people are not allowed to compete that did the same thing. They were kicked out of the tournament. Guys, last year, Light was... Whew, don't get me started on here. I love Light. Light could not compete at same with Lunal because they logged into each other's accounts at some point and didn't even play PvP RTA. They logged into each other's accounts on stream. They got kicked out of the ability to play in the tournament. While Elfmage is sitting there competing in the tournament with an account he was given, and it is a known fact for years. That's why I'm pissed about it. Light and Lunal had the same thing basically, and were not allowed to compete. Okay, that is where I'm coming from with this. It's not about that I think they should be kicked. I think it should be even all around. And Light and Lunal and some other creators got the short end of the stick, whereas the other people, they just ignored. They didn't keep it consistent. And I feel bad about that. I love Light Produce make claims to get them banned. No, they were banned already. Light and Lunal got the bad end of the stick on that, and I feel bad for them. They might not be allowed to compete in future Epic 7 World Cup tournaments. I don't know the current standing of that, because they did the same thing that the other creators that are competing in there did, just they did it at a different time. It's really stupid. I'm not sure if Light's allowed to compete this year, or Lunal. Should we extract sell gears under 85? Sell. I would sell gear under 85. Like your hunt drops under T70. You only get one extraction material for it. It's not really worth it. But that's where like the initial like anger came from, was them getting... Wait, am I beating the boss here? Sick. Why was Pavel harder than the boss? The change of Aureus on Brieg and the Daydream Joker completely changes your experience going through Chapter 2. I need to talk about that for sure in the guide, because I forgot to do it here and we almost died against Pavel with the exact same team. Literally 2 artifact changes will change your experience going through the story. Oh, okay, hold on, give me a sec. I need to stretch, and I don't want you guys judging me. My neck hurts pretty bad. I definitely slept on it wrong. Ooh, I think if I went golfing today, I would end up in the hospital. Light carries me to Masters every day on the last season. Ryu, do you get in a call with him and he walks you through your games? I want to watch. Creepy. Oh, that's a meme. I don't have that kind of connection. Oh, you watch his YouTube video. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, we got a summon here, Moonlight Summon. Let's rip this. I think I'm due for an ML5. Wait, we got Guard Captain Crow. There's nothing else I'm gonna summon on, right? Man, I want one more gold transmit. Where can I get one of those? All right, there's none I can get quickly. We need to get Tamarind and we need to watch Moonlight Theater. So I'll still do the summon though. If I got Fene, I technically don't need Cigarette or anything anymore. Asking, well, the thing is you have to build Cigarette up for the challenges anyway. So I would not try to bypass Cigarette, just still build her. You'll use Fene for different scenarios. You have to level up Cigarette for the missions. Already got that done? Oh, well then, yeah, I guess you can use Fene from there. The thing is, Fene won't be as consistent as Cigarette and Wyvern, but for other content, Fene would be more usable. Give me MLTU. Or give me a 3-star, that's cool too. Oh yeah, Tamarind is amazing. Tamarind plus Brieg is... Oh, no! If it would have sparked! Oh, it got my heart racing. Ooh, I thought that was gonna be it. ML Ilnav comes rolling out of there. Oh. That would have been sick. Dang it. Alright, on to the next thing. We gotta go. Alright, so we got the 2 milestones in time. Those of you guys that are curious, new Crow worth it? He's decent. He seems pretty good, but I don't know if you're a new player should bother getting him. He's not a limited character. We do have Deanne coming. What, tonight? Is Deanne tonight? I think Deanne's tonight. Just do it. In my opinion, you'll miss the Skystones more. You'll miss it at the same time doing Raz SC. Oh, you mean about buying the specially changed for faster? Okay, so hold on. When you guys get the 2 milestone in times, you are going to go into side story. You're going to go to Book of Memories, and then you're going to buy, first up, Bittersweet Dessert Festival. Buy. This is how you unlock Tamarind. Next up, you are going to also buy Eulogy for a Saint. These are the 2 most important buys. Okay, so once you have those 2, these are the 3 that you will buy. You probably, if you want to do some of the other ones for a certain reason, you can. I can cover those in a future thing like this. You can get Chatty for your Silver Sage Vivian at some point, and I don't know what the use cases for any of these other ones are off the top of my head, but there are a couple of reasons to do certain ones. But either way, these are the 3 you want, and we're going to go get Tamarind done real quick. It's after reset. Okay, I'm going to make the video over that. Hey, what's up, Overwrite? So Deanna's worth getting. Deanne's one of the better support characters you can get, so yes. She adds survivability. She can be used in some PvE teams. She can be used in all of your PvP teams as a general support character cleanser. And she's very, very good. She got a buff not too long ago, and it was amazing. How many of Artifact would you recommend for who? Which character for artifacts? What mission run Eulogy for Saint farming purchases or purposes? I always go to 3. It's like 3.7 or 3.8. I'll get there and I'll have it showing tonight because I'm gonna farm the crap out of it today. What about Angel of Light Angelica? Angel of Light Angelica is good, but nowhere near what she used to be. She's just a nice option to have right now, whereas before she used to be like first pick potential character. But she's still decent. Wait, have any of you guys played Outer Plane? The entire Outer Plane experience looked like it was just ReZero. It looked like every character they designed for their game is just a copy of a ReZero character. There were like 6 of them when I did the sponsor stream for it. It's literally they watch ReZero and like, we're gonna make a game out of this, but not ReZero. I like Outer Plane, I like the art style and everything, but it was just funny. They had like, what all characters were in there? There were a lot. Reinhardt, they had our character look just like Reinhardt in there. Episode 3 of the guide in 2026. Relax, bruh. Relax. It will be up. Again, this guide series that I'm making is not supposed to just be for people who are starting now. It's for people who are starting 2 months from now. I'm not going to rush it because I'm not doing it again. I'm getting it one and done, and I want it to not have to do it again for at least like half a year. So let me take a little bit of time on it. I'm streaming so that you guys can answer questions if you want to get ahead of it. I know you're going to be annoyed waiting. You're going to be you guys that start now are going to be further than I am in the guide. When's the anniversary? Beginning of September. What should you do for a weapon conversion in Path of 22? Just go convert a weapon. It gives you 100 of the things, so go into, or just click it and then just click speed set and just make a weapon out of it.
This is the pride of the Ember Storm.
I want to see why Tamarind's so busted as I hear. Well, I will have her unlocked pretty shortly. When's the collab, you reckon? I can't tell. If they do the collab within like the next month, it's gonna be amazing. Did Sid just miss his S3? Yeah, my Sid's broken on here, it looks like. This Kawazu has hidden evasion somewhere in his kit. Summon on, oh, Deanne's artifact. Is it just a general Deanne banner? Deanne's artifact is not very good. It's the one that heals. I mean, if you get one copy, that's fine, but otherwise, I don't. Did Deanne's artifact get changed at all? It's always been like mid. It's never been like you need to go out of your way to get a Deanne artifact. So I wouldn't say you need to like focus on getting it. If you don't get it, then it's fine. If you do get it, cool. It's not bad to have. It was 25% ER. Did they? Oh, I guess they did change that because I don't remember it giving effect res before. Just got Fenny. If I'm better off farming Rift, watch my newest video on YouTube. I talk about Rift and Hunt. I talk in circles for 15 minutes, but hopefully in those circles you'll get my opinion on that. That is a very big conversation that like it was hilarious in Pokey's stream today. He was asking about I think who the first selective summon character is, and from there just read the comment. What comment? But he asked, his chat all said Arbiter Vildred, which was hilarious, and which I agree, Arbiter Vildred would be the long-term pick. But the Twitch community is going to be hilariously different from like the casual player community generally. And then they also asked, should you farm Hunt or Rift? And everybody said Rift, which I think is the worst advice. I do not think farming Rift over Hunt as a new player is going to get you where you're hoping to be. Farm Hunts, stabilize your account more, then get into Rift to build, because you want to build your core roster, and then you go to Rift to start building your like pseudo side roster characters. Oh, he asked for late game players. Okay, I didn't have my headset plugged in. Okay, that's cool. Not early, like he said. Yo, late game players, what do you farm more? Oh, okay. That's fair, but I thought he asked what he should be farming. I was like, oh brother, is there a fast free to play Banshee team? There is. I think Tristan Wolf has a pretty good recent video over like setting up a fast team for each of the different hunts. It's going to be like end of last year. Hey, what's up, Jafari? Our background battle Eulogy 3-7 30x while manually farming Rift 3x perfect cycle. That's grinding. I set something to farm and then I play a different game while it's farming. I'm not double dipping on E7. I just let it go. If you can still speak to Genocide though, tell him to tell Pokey to farm hunts. Do not think about Rift. I mean, I don't want to force a player. Making your own decision in the game is what he's gonna have fun with. Okay, I don't want to like force him into. He's doing his own research, and part of the fun of the game is doing your own research and not having like someone in your ear forcing you to do things a certain way. I don't want to like overstep my boundaries. I don't think he's loving the game, and the biggest thing is Pokey's putting the time in. So I don't think he's going to have any issues. So I don't think I need to overstep any boundaries of trying to force him into doing specific things. I think let him learn, let him have fun, because that's half of the fun of Epic 7 is going and finding out the information and then putting it to use and seeing it work. It feels really good. It's like studying for a test and then acing the test. Making a new account, but I don't want to put too much MOLA into hunt teams. What would you recommend the MOLA distribution for golem teams? I don't know if I'll put any MOLA in. If you're trying to min-max the most out of that, you would just put your Sirmia into Grace of Growth. But you would have to like play at a slower progression rate in order to do that. So if you can put Sirmia into Grace of Growth, beat the missions, and then not worry about it again, but you would just have to wait a few days before you did the golem challenges. Is the Bleach collab valid? I don't think so. Guys, when I know the information, I'll give it to you. Okay, none of the content creators know what the collab is. They don't give us any insider information because they know we'll leak it. I'm rewatching your gear guide from 6 months ago, so it helps a lot to this day. Would you recommend to all new players? Yeah. I actually, in my newest video I released on YouTube, I put the gear guide in there and said told people to go check that out to get like a base knowledge of crafting. Pulled Zio, how should I build him on a beginner player? If you're a beginner player, you probably shouldn't worry about it yet. If you're only a couple days in. The thing is, guys, if you're pulling all these cool characters, still progress through story and get all your PvE team set up before you focus much on PvP. Trying to do too many things at once, you're going to stretch your resources too thin. Just go follow the Orbis guide missions, and then once you get all your initial stuff set up, Zio, though, if you want a simple stat line, aim for 250 speed. 250 speed, 50 crit chance, and then either high effectiveness or high crit damage. 250 speed is the go-to for him. Did you do a guide for the limited selector hero and artifact? Not yet. I'm waiting until those are available. Because here's the thing. I bet you if you go watch other people who made the videos for those early on who you should pick from limiters, probably say Deanne's a good pick. Whereas you can summon Deanne tonight. They didn't know Deanne was going to be on banner. So that's why I usually don't prematurely make videos on stuff, because we don't know all the things that are coming in that time. I try to make sure that whenever I make it, it's going to be as up to date as possible with the current state of the game. I saw Furious and Bree can be subbed in instead of Chloe for Rift, but they don't have, don't they have dead turns for Rift? Yeah. If you don't have Fenny, I don't suggest doing Rift. For any Rift cycle, if you don't pull the character design for Rift, skip out on Rift and just do Hunt. Do you think ESA will make it 10 years? Yeah, they'll make it 10 years easily. It just comes down to, I think just this update alone will carry them to the 10-year mark. Because anyone who starts the game will have a good experience. So even if people only start the game and play for 3 months, Epic 7 will have a consistent new player experience that's enjoyable going forward until they're into the 10-year plan. Now, if they want to last longer than 10 years, though, they need to start making PvE content for in-game players. Is Conquer Liz hard to build? Yeah, she requires pretty high speed in order to get a good build on her. I'm going to pick Deanne and skip the banner. That should be the best option. Nah, I wouldn't. I don't know. What other characters are on the banner? I'm not even, like, considering it too much yet, because I'm waiting until I'm going to be doing it to make the decision. Hunt challenge is annoying, bro. Like, what do you mean clear Banshee 10 times with no fail? I know. That's the dumbest mission they have on there. But it's kind of challenging, too. The thing is, you got to make some things slightly hard, okay? Making something slightly hard makes it to where when you complete it, it feels like you did a good job. Non-GG? Why are you telling me GG? Hey, what's up, Juan Pinzon? Non, why are you saying GG? Just use Sneal to solo Banshee? I mean, true, but... Either way, if everything was just way too easy, you wouldn't feel good about beating it. And that's where I don't think those missions are that bad. Everyone's bitching about them. But how does one play Epic 7 casually? Just log in, summon characters, and then log out. Guys, have you seen my main account? Isn't Layla better than Deanne? Laya better than Deanne? Oh, that's a hard one. I like Laya more than Deanne, but an overall win rate, Deanne might be better right now because Deanne pairs really good with the current meta. So I personally like Laya more because she's both a damage option and a cleanser and a dual attacker, whereas Deanne is just a general support. But Deanne is super good in the current meta. Laya isn't in the tickets anyway, true. You're not going to be able to get Laya from the tickets. But it comes down to playstyle. That's one of the big things is I'm not a bulk down player. I'm not throwing a million buffs on my team. I'm trying to beat the enemy semi-fast. Not cleave, but like high momentum standard. Whereas Deanne definitely fits into low momentum any team comp, which is the safest way to play. So Deanne is going to see a higher win rate, almost guaranteed. Do you think you could choose live? No, you cannot choose live from limited. We don't know. They haven't given an end date yet, but it's usually around 6 months. For what? Oh, Rift. Yeah, no. Rift is usually, it lasts like around half a year. Mr. Pokey is doing his first Guild War offense, going to get wrecked. That's hilarious. I'm going to be doing a Guild War on this account later. With BBK, ML Lua, ML Flan, Imp Illy, Mort, etc. Does BBK aggro look like good playstyle? BBK is still one of the best damage dealers in the game. I think they're going to always have Bloodblade Karen be one of the like top damage dealers that you can design a PvP playstyle around. I left after Headhunt ended, it came back. Well, we've had multiple Headhunts. So I don't know which Headhunt you left in. I think we've had 3 different variants of that over the years. ML Lua is pretty good. What is the current meta? Can you tell me? Right now, you're going to see a lot of Tories, and it's just a lot of the new characters that have come out in the game. The current meta is adapting rapidly, though, because we just had a balance patch last week. So there are characters like Spirit Eye Celine that just got buffed. She's really good. As well as Seaside Bologna just got buffed. She's really good right now. Fallen Cecilia just got buffed. She's really good. Fire Litica just got buffed. She's really good. So the current meta, whatever I tell you today, in a couple of days, it'll kind of like stabilize itself, but it is currently adapting. Thought Tori was bad? No. People were using Raz Tori to get to like Legend RTA. Tori is very good. A character that can't be debuffed, that you can put immunity on the beginning of a fight. It counters C. Phanopolitus and ML Luna just by having immunity on her, because she can't be stripped, or she can't have her buffs removed. So that alone added so much value to her, and then pairing her behind other characters that get barrier and other buff ups like Deanne, it's so strong. When's the next guide episode coming out? Later today. I'm just wrapping up a few last things here, and then is Celine an opener unit? No, Celine is a counter opener unit essentially. Celine is a character that can be used into characters such as C. Phantopolitus to where it punishes people for clicking skills. So the characters that have really strong, oppressive, non-attack skills, Celine counters those characters. Deity, I hope you're having fun. I'm an old returning player and I don't know what I was doing, but I'm at the point where I need surgical level help with gear inventory, but I'm so old that I don't even know what gear score means. Any advice in general approach? I have the gear crafting guide, but if your inventory is already overflowed, you're just gonna have to sell some gear and sell some of the stuff that you don't have to upgrade. I used to offer account work, but I cannot offer that for probably maybe ever again. With the current state of like how everything's going with content creation for me, I don't know if I'll ever be able to like help people on their accounts, which is sad, but it's a good thing for me, but a bad thing community wise. Feels horrible to play without Espali and Malpera. I know. Trust me, I'm aware. I climbed a Masters, and because I hadn't played RTA in months, and I did my Masters climb in the last couple hours. I was stressing because I just didn't have anything to counteract the openers of the game, because I don't have ML Luna because we deleted her for the challenge thing, and then yeah, and then they all had Poly and Payra, and it was just a disaster. Now we have Fire Litica, which allows you to have a speed opener RGB that can work into that, but otherwise there wasn't a whole lot of characters I wanted to take to try to contest speed. I just gave up and played turn 2. Real sad, much appreciated. We'll try to review and seek help from Discord server. Yeah, it's if you put the time in, you'll be able to clear it. And the thing is, learning it yourself from there, you're going to be easily keeping up with your account versus having me do it. You building Steel Arena? Probably, yeah. Unless we can find ways to beat everything without bothering, then yeah, we'll end up building it. Green Selene is a disruptor. Yeah, that's how I always labeled her in my videos. Polytus and Selene were disruptors. Is there a way to farm leaves or purchase them outside of spending money? No, there's no way to farm leaves. Leaves are just something that you get through events and general play. That if you... So here's how Epic 7's general like progression rate. As you're playing Epic 7, there's going to be dead times in the game that you'll log in and farm bare minimum. There's no buff events going on. Really all you do is whatever side story is available and just get your login rewards, and during that time stockpile your resources, spend your daily energy. That's it. Then we have hype times like this where there's a bunch of stuff. This is where you spend your leaves. Leaves can rarely drop through episode farming now. Okay, so you can technically farm leaves, but you're not actually farming leaves because you're going to get less leaves than you would put energy into farm. There is no farming leaves, but if you want to stockpile leaves, I guess you could farm general stages and just use your basic stamina and not use leaves so that you have the leaves for. Yeah, so that you can't really farm it, but they do drop. So it's like saying you can farm gold transfers at that point, but I didn't know that Dub World. Thanks for sharing. Okay, I'm not a new player. Actually, my account is 2023 new player guide. Wanted to evaluate Fenny, see if she's worth to pay or not besides Rift content. So the thing, I mean, Fenny is worth it to go into Rift, and she's one of the best just general damage dealers. I think she can be used in multiple of your Nightmare Labyrinthines, which is sick. She might be the strongest, like, damage dealing character for just general PvE content that's come out in years. Wukong was up there too, but Fenny outshines Wukong in overall usability. But do you need her for anything outside of Rift? You shouldn't. They accumulate if you don't overspend on stamina, yeah. But not very fast. I got 1.2k leaves. Rift just takes too long to burn through, but the equipment rewards are so good. Should I just do hunts? Well, do you have the charms to upgrade the gear? The thing is 1.2k leaves. I would immediately go slam 300 leaves in Eulogy for a Saint. And just stockpile stigma, stockpile your charm dust, stockpile everything. That is 1000% what I would do if I had that many leaves. I would start with that, slam 300 into there, and then you have the stuff that you can choose whether to farm Rift or Hunt. And as you get the pieces, upgrade them as you get them. And whichever one you're doing, it's going to take a long time to get gear. So either one, Hunt or Rift at that point, is fine. Yes, Rift will feel slow, but Rift is going to give you overall general higher quality gear. The thing I like most with Hunt, though, is getting the crafting materials and having the ability to epic craft so you can target pieces you want. So if you need like if you're farming Banshee and doing Banshee crafts, and you need a counter set helmet with specific subs, you can use all of your epic crafts only on helmets. So it allows you to target specific pieces to finish builds. Now, if you're just trying to general farm for certain sets, Rift will end up being better. But I highly value Hunts over Rift for even in-game players. But Rift is still good. I feel like they're basically the same. There's benefits to both. And it kind of just comes down to what your overall like short-term goal is. What point should I start building arena heroes? Once you get basically, I would say through chapter 4 story. That's where we'll start like working on some of our PvP stuff as I usually start PvP once we beat Zeo in chapter 4 story. But if you want to start working on it before then, you can, but I always wait till then so that we can focus all of our early resources, get our PvE set up, because getting your PvE set up in Epic 7 allows you to make more progression long term. I have a day off work and I'm stuck on aid quest for Tamarind. Just farm, Ringo. It's the best time to farm. I wouldn't be sad that you're stuck on that. You can get so much progression today that you'll be so far ahead once you do clear the Tamarind stuff. Which rewards can I collect in Eulogy and which shouldn't I so it doesn't close out? The only thing you can't do, I'll show you the button. We're about done with this. But you just don't want to click complete on the thingy. Does Mort's passive disable Edward's counter? No, I don't think so. Edward, I believe, counts as extra attack. Right? So no, Mort would not. I don't remember ever having a Mort versus Edward matchup because Edward doesn't get picked very often anymore. But no. So I think Edward counts as extra attack, whereas like Aiden counts as counter attack. So Mort does counter Aiden. Yeah, so like it's like Celine. Celine's attack isn't a counter, it's an extra attack. So Edward's is like that. But Aiden, her counter attack whenever she dodges and gets that first hit, hers does not work because of how it's worded. Mort has some kind of weird matchups that you have to learn just through playing. Hey, what's up, Warwick? How's your day going?
There's nothing more absurd than the arrogance of a fool.
This is the last stage, right? And we're done with Tamarind thing? Love your contents, thank you. What gear set should I use for Fene? Usually, most people do Destruction. I got work to do, so I'm gonna spam Eulogy for the next 5 days. I don't even touch Path to Air. You're going to be happy you did it. If you aren't like feeling like you have to progress and speed run through the thing, if you just sat and farmed today, or sat and farmed over this carrot event, you're going to be in such a good spot at the end of it. The Orbis guide is your roadmap of what to do, but overall, you still have to just make general progression, and the general progression is going to come from doing like Eulogy for a Saint. All right, so if you're curious about rewards you can claim from Eulogy for a Saint, you can claim all this stuff, but the biggest thing is once you go out of it, you're going to have the ability here to complete the side story. Okay? Right? Am I dumb? Record complete. So the button right here under the chat, it says record complete an adventure. On Eulogy for a Saint, never click record complete. Okay, once you do that, you're cooked. You can never open it again. So do not click that button. But you have to click record complete for this one to fully unlock Tamarind, but we've gotten all the reputation. Yeah, we're all good on this. So I'm going to click record complete here. And then now our Tamarind will be available. So let's go grab her. But for Eulogy for a Saint, do not, chat's blocking the thing. Yeah, but it's under where chat was. So if you don't click the button under there on Eulogy. Okay, there we go. We got Tamarind. Let's go. Do you think it's worth spending 900 Skystones for Eulogy? Yes, 1000%. I would advise anyone to do that. Just do not finish the mission. Okay, so let's go ahead and time to boost up our Tamarind. Bang, bang, level up, bang, bang. I don't have enough for this. Promotion. Bang, and level up. I need to go get more penguins. So somebody said you can grab penguins from in here. How do you do that?
I believe in you.
Somebody said you don't have to back out to go buy penguins. You could do it from right here. How do you do that? Because I don't see it. Auto. Oh, beautiful. Hey, that saves a shit ton of time. Oh, that's so nice. Let's go, baby. Okay. Thank you. Auto's been there for ages, by the way. Didn't ask, don't care, plus a ratio. Hope that helped. All right, so Tamarind, with her skill ups, I only do this one. Except I don't have enough. So I'm going to have to receive this. And then we're going to do this. Catalyst exchange. I need 4. Okay. W quality of life. Did you have a $50 Tam skin? No. Guys, I haven't spent a penny on Epic 7. So this does give you a gear set that is good on Tamarind, but I'm not going to level it up yet. Or am I? I might, actually. Hey, we can do another Moonlight Summon too. And we have to watch Moonlight Theater. Let's do this real quick. 38 years old saying ratio. All right. My bad. We still do the Rift Orbis challenge or just go for Hunt Eulogy? Hunt. I would just do Hunt Eulogy. But no, I haven't spent a penny into Epic 7 all year. My Epic 7 or so my whatever. I'm gonna get your cell tower. My entertainment budget has been spent elsewhere. It has not been spent on Epic 7 packs. So way to get an account level fast and you need to get 60, just farm. You just need to go farm. That is Literally it. Is there a easy way to build? Wait, is there other ML easy to build and efficient, such as Arceti in ML Chapter 2 to choose nowadays? It's Ray. The Moonlight Blessing is Death Dealer Ray. The Chapter 3 Selective Summon is Mort. Hey, Jekka, which stage of Farm Eulogy for Saint? I'm a new player. 3-8 is usually what I do, but any of the 5 stages, you're good to go. I can go get to that right now if you guys want. And we can go get Eulogy set up so I can at least show it. Alright, we watched chapter 1. Good job. Oh, that grabbed both of them. 3-8 or 3-7. Yeah, either one is good. So let's get out of here for now. Grab our goodies. We will end up spending gold to get that, but for right now, you also get 5 tickets there. We got... I miss when Champ Zerato was really good. Okay, and then here we got checking the guild one time. We have to clear that. Clear Abyss. Own 4 characters awakened to 6-star. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my potion on Tam. Okay, I don't feel like going and dealing with all the catalysts. So Tam, we're going to go ahead and awaken. I'm just going to use a potion. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to skill enhance, boost up her skill 3 for the 1-turn cooldown. James Rao is one of my favorite heroes. He used to be so cool. Now her skill 2, this is worth doing, but you don't want to go too high on this because once you friendship 10 Tam, you're going to get 3 Molagors back. So you do not want to fully boost this before she's friendship 10 because you're not going to put any into her skill 1. I don't know if I'll put any into this. You can, like if you want to, you could do like 1 or 2, but otherwise I generally don't touch this. Like I'll put 3 Molagors into her. You're not going to regret it. But either way, the skill 3 needs 1-turn cooldown. Okay, so now Tam is done. We have the option to either use the set from our Angelica that's already leveled a little bit, and this gear is cheaper to upgrade, or we could try to level up this new gear. What do you want me to do? Wait, there's Season 3, which more can be chosen? Yes, yeah. Season 3 Selective Summon. Once you clear Chapter 3, you'll have that. Which do you want me to do? You want me to level some gear? I'm out of Molagora, yep. Level up the new gear. All right, I do have some charms right now. I'll level her up. Is that the right chest? Yeah. Okay. And then from here, bang, bang. All right, you want to take bets that I'm going to get a 20 speeder? What's the over-under? That I achieve 20 speed. If you have Wonders, Potion Vial, it's the best in slot artifact for it. 0.001%. Dude, thank you for all that guides and info. It's made starting so smooth. No problem, Marty. Is there any free-to-play play of getting Potion Vial for my Fene? Not really. Just completing the stages. If it's 20 speed, I'll resub next month. What? I mean, first piece will go 20 speed. Watch this. Bang, speed. And then bang, 10 speed. And then bang, 10 speed. And then bang, 10 speed. No! It was mid-rolling, but that would have been so funny. The first piece. All right, give me a 5 speed. I need 5 speed here, brother. This isn't even a piece you should upgrade on Tam, but give me 5 speed. I deserve it. I smell good today. I hate this game. That would have been hilarious if that got 5 speed. That was the first piece I touched was 20. But either way, don't upgrade the sword and Tamarind. That's just stupid. This is why this is the test account. Upgrade the helmet and chest first. All right, this piece is booty cheeks. That's absolute booty. What is that? All right, on to the next. Don't do it again. Okay, that's at least okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. 1 more speed. Okay, that's fine. This piece is okay. Just don't go effectiveness for last roll. Thank you. Okay, that's min roll, but better than going effectiveness. Okay, next up, the boots. Effectiveness Tama? Yeah, my Tama's gonna have 170 effectiveness. That's a good roll. Is there any challenges for upgrading gear to plus 15? I feel like there is. Karma for last year. Last year, the first piece of gear I rolled was 22 speed, wasn't it? The first piece on the account was 22 speed. And it was a sword as well. Oh, it's funny. All right, this I want to roll good. This piece is big. Aha! Sick. I hate this game. Yo, the boots. What is this? I have the highest effectiveness Tamarind in the United Kingdom. All right. Is what it is. So that's the kind of piece, though, that Angel of Light Angelica could be pretty decent on. Man, I want to craft some gear now. I need to progress this account. Gear crafting sounds really fun. Okay, so now the last characters that we have are our Tieria. Her gear's already good, so Specter Tenebria, I would like to get a little bit more bulk on her, though. So we'll upgrade the... I mean, she gets defense multiplier, so chest is going to be higher priority. So let's upgrade this. Before Tammy gets 50% anyways. I mean, I wanted more bulk. I got more bulk. I'll just boost it all up. Going through the next chapter. All right, that's fine. We're at 88 crit chance. After Reforged, she'll be like perfect. Do we have any boxes? Do we have any boxes? I don't even know how to get to my boxes. We have one. I bet there's a mission that is reforging a piece of gear, though. We still have 2 of each potion? Oh my gosh, this game gives you everything you could ever dream of needing. That's wild. Not locking gear. No, I've been really bad about locking gear on this account. The new system. That's the problem for me, is the new system. Locking gear is kind of hard. All right, let's go slap some Abyss out real quick. We're gonna get stuck at 99 CC after Perception, making me go crazy. I mean, that's higher crit chance than any brig I've ever built. All right, now that we got Tamarind, though, we'll go ahead and slap Angelica off the team. And now we have our core team. I would like to switch Tieria out for Celine. I don't know if I will going through this, but have you built your brig with with crit or all health? All health. I like having a brig with all health early game on Aureus because it helps keep your team alive. Going damage on Brig makes it to where he's squishier and a little bit harder to utilize him in expeditions. Okay, early game setting up your expedition teams are not going to be the best, and the bulkier Brig is, the better off they're going to be. But as your gear gets better, having Brig on damage is going to be a very nice luxury. I think Path of Ares gives you a total of 8 promote potions. That's crazy, man. These rewards are so good.
There's nothing more absurd than the arrogance of
Like, I think the new player experience for Epic 7, this update, is enough to keep this game alive for their 10 years. I think anybody that tries out Epic 7, going through this, and comes back and gives the game another try, is going to have enough fun that they are going to make enough revenue from new people getting in the game, spending a little bit of money, that they are going to stay afloat. This was the best update they could have ever done for a permanent update. Absolutely amazing. I am proud of Smilegate for finally doing something that I haven't heard a raid plug this stream. Oh, by the way, guys, I haven't. Guys, most of the time when I bring up raid is because you guys do. Okay? It's because I read something in chat that has something to do with it. I don't bring it up that often. It's you all's fault that you have to hear about the greatest PvE game of modern day history. Would I ever compete with old players in RTA? Depends on the amount of time you put in, yes. Guys, last year I was able to climb to Masters RTA on a 4-day-old account. I reached Masters RTA in 4 days and 12 hours. I played 16 hours a day and was able to achieve that on a 4-day-old account. So yes, imagine if that was just 4 days, if I continue grinding that account like that, I could easily go. And I mean, I was competing against players who had been playing for, I beat an Emperor player during that. So yes, it is possible. You just have to put the time in and learn. Which hero carried? The heroes that were carrying, guys, the challenge was people could delete my characters. It was a subathon. So while I was doing it, they deleted my Wyvern team. They deleted my Bloodblade Karen. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in a video game, but I achieved it. And that was with a huge handicap of people being able to gift subs to delete my characters. So yes, even if you are getting into Epic 7 now, you will be able to compete against in-game players. Can you check the gear on Air 39? It's good for Brig if you don't mind. I mean, the gear you get when Brig first comes out is really good. it gives you a full set that's perfect for him. It has the crit damage necklace with its crit damage necklace with HP defense. That's the set you should use on him. Is Faithless Litica good? I would say not very good right now in comparison to Fire Litica. Fire Litica kind of overtook any possible use case for Faithless Litica. Faithless Litica likely will get buffed again though in 6 months and be really good. The guy that reached Emperor in 3 months, did he like 2 months ago? Yeah. Guys, even if you're getting into Epic 7 and are free to play this game, yes, you can play at a high level of PvP. The problem is most people don't put the time in to learn how to do that effectively. Look at Tamarind though. Oh, she's juiced. Once you get Tam on your account, you feel invincible. But yeah, I can check the gear in stage 39. Just let me beat a couple stages. Bro, when I begin in Epic 7, I promote white dogs. Yeah, the game is so much nicer. I know someone who started last year, they already hit imp. Yeah, there's multiple people. Fishes hit imp in like 6 months. It's just about the amount of time you put in. If that's your goal with the game, is to compete at high level PvP, it's very possible. And yes, you can do it free to play. It's just you have to know which characters to invest in. You've got to learn drafting strategy. But Epic 7, there's a reason I always say it is the best free-to-play gacha game with live arena to get into. But most free-to-play friendly gacha game with PP. What are they? I don't even know what words just came out of my mouth, but you know what I'm trying to say. And there's a Tank Down Legend player that's free-to-play. Yeah, there's multiple. But the thing is, okay, guys, it's about playtime in this game, and partially it's about getting lucky. Someone could make a new account, roll their first 6 pieces of gear, and the first 6 pieces of gear are some of the best gear that in-game players never achieved over 7 years. Okay, someone could go in and spend $5,000 on farming versus someone who just farmed casually for a month with the free-to-play stamina. That person who farmed casually during that month could have better gear overall than the person who spent a ton of money. Do you think a Theory Restart will compete? I think if Theory Restart is going to have like a 2-week super hype cycle into... If Epic 7 hadn't made this update, or if the Theory Restart would have launched earlier, it had a chance. But they waited too long. The Theory Restart, they made 9 betas instead of just releasing the damn game and getting people into it and adjusting problems from there. Versus now they're going to release when their competition just stepped up their game to a level that they probably can't compete with. So I had high hopes for Etheria. I'm still going to play it. We're going to make new player guides on it. But the current state of Etheria, I don't like some of the things in it. I think it's not going to be a long life cycle game. I think it's going to be hype for 2 weeks. The thing is, it's a new game that everyone's starting at the same time. That's exciting for people who like live arena. But the issue is the PvP in it, very bulk down heavy right now if they don't do any kind of balance patch, which sucks. Okay, I was in a match there was a tournament that I was in last weekend for a Theory Restart. It was just some people got invited to it, and there's a couple videos up for it. But with that Theory Restart tournament, I had a game that lasted, I think it was 15 or 20 minutes. I knew I won by turn 2 because you could see the damage, and there is no RNG in that game. There's no dual attacks, no fight or 15% that I know of. With that, it all comes down to Frenzy. So it was just waiting for Frenzy to kick up to where my characters did enough damage because they picked damage dealers, and damage dealers in a Theory Restart just don't do damage. It's all HP scaling damage dealers and characters that deal 20% of their max HP is the damage it deals. It's all really dumb mechanics like that you know the outcome of the match, so it's very boring to watch. And man, that was the most boring 15 minutes of my life because I knew I won. I was just like, I'm just sitting here wasting my time, and I was trying to click my skills, but you don't appreciate 15% in dual attacks until you play a game that doesn't have it. Okay, that everyone thinks that, oh, they're the worst things ever. In PvE, 15% is terrible. Dual attacks in PvE don't really matter, but in Epic 7 and games that have this kind of thing, you know, whenever there's no RNG, you know who won off the draft. Or once the game starts and you take your first turn, you already know who won once you know the game well enough. And that is the Theory Restart. And I think I'm hoping people have the brain to realize how beneficial that extra dual attack percentage chance is to make games exciting to watch. Yes, you're going to lose some bullshit games, but that makes it fun. Because It's even on both sides. That's what pisses me off more than anything. The people that complain the most about 15% dual attacks are the people that get them and win a match and don't even realize that's the only reason they won the match. Their brain cannot comprehend that they got lucky. They only can see that the opponent got lucky. But it happens the same amount. You play 100 games or enough games, it's going to even out to where you're going to win the same amount of matches from getting lucky from that your opponent's going to win against you. So mathematically, it all ends up the same. That frustrates me so much seeing people complain about it. But it's math. You're the same thing is happening to every person. Everyone that's worried about their win rate in the game. Calling out YD, yeah, but everyone is worried about their win rate in the game. My win rate would be so much higher if I didn't have that. No, your win rate would be the exact same that it currently is because you've played 4,000 games this season and you've won enough games off RNG that your opponent won against you off RNG. It's the same odds all around. The dumbest complaint ever, and if there wasn't that in Epic 7, it'd be the most boring game to watch. Okay, imagine cleavers without 15% being a thing. If they take turn 1, they won. Their debuffs are going to land, everything's going to go right, and they won the game. You know from the draft, you don't even bother watching the match. Once they draft, when you see pre-ban, you know who won. It's not good. I asked that to a Worlds player, and he said that 50% was good and duels are bullshit. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that duels are bullshit, and I think if anyone tries a theory restart, they will understand that. Hello, sir. I watched both your Guide 1 and 2 as a huge help since I'm new to the game. I'm glad it helped you. I'm going to have episode 3 out as fast as possible. Okay? The goal is a couple hours after the stream. But no, the part 3 of the guide is not up. As you see, if you go to YouTube, the title of this live stream is Guide 3.97 or whatever, because I have it pretty much done, but again, there's certain things I'm still trying to make sure I'm giving the best advice possible versus just throwing up a guide up and having, because this guide is not just for you guys playing right now. This guide is for people playing 4 months from now getting into the game. That's why Mr. Pokey is locked in, because he's 7 has a lot of RNG. Yeah. For tournament, RNG is more funny to watch. It is. False, only right side has good RNG. Do I have more guides for Abyss 110? No. So there's a content creator named I'm Sue. Okay, his here, let me grab you guys his channel. If you guys are needing Abyss videos, he has the most recent ones up. Yes, I do have Abyss videos up to I think like 110, 115, but they are ancient. I'm using pay to win nonsense characters because back then the stages were much harder because we didn't have all the options we have now. But let me go grab Sue's channel for you. I'm TSU. All right, so here is Sue's YouTube channel. He has all of the Abyss clears for new stages, and he did them a month or 2 ago. He did them relatively recently. Maybe it was during anniversary, but either way, they're really new videos that you can go through his channel and find the stages you need. Yo, is Savior Aiden as good as she was? As a new player, it's really nice to have her, but no, she's not as good as she was. I still think Unity set should be buffed still. Guys, you weren't here. I should have made a video over this. I fought someone who had a triple Unity set Landy. That Landy dual attacked 7 turns in a row. I could not lose the game. Okay, this is an example. And this, I was happy. I couldn't believe it, and it was hilarious. I legitimately had the opponent outdrafted to an extent that I did not think it was a losable match in any world. And he did salvo every time. But either way, going into the match, there's no way I lose. The opponent took their turns. Every single button they clicked except for one on single target attacks, the Landy dual attack salvoed. And then ended up getting to her skill 3 within like 2 milliseconds. It was one of the coolest things ever. And that's the kind of thing in a tournament when you're watching, they want to be an esports, blah, blah, blah thing. That is sick. If that happened in a tournament, that would be the most hyped thing versus just a boring, stale game where you know who won before the game even started. Like that, I wish I had that game and as an example to show you guys, because it was, most people would get mad about it. That's the thing. Everyone takes this game like it is the most important thing in their life. Their parents are going to disown them if they lose 3 RTA matches in a row. And that's just how they look at this game. But for me, if I get beat by something cool, I am excited about it. Like, that is very cool. Introduce you through Mr. Pokey. Keep the good word. Mr. Pokey. He has boosted my like stuff from talking about me so much. I owe him. I gifted him 5 subs today, which that's $20. It's not a huge thing, but I owe him big time. True. Need more double violet drafters. That's just, it's just cool. Adding RNG to things makes it more fun. And I will always be on that side of things. It's funny that it's considered a hot take, but as a spectator, I'd be losing it in the hype. Exactly. Having an unlosable game, or an unlosable game you lose, like the favorite of the tournament gets just... but the bad thing is people... I guess having like content creators, people have their people they like. You guys know the official Epic 7 Discord hates me. So if that happened to me, those people would be super excited. But those of you guys that enjoy my content and maybe like me as a person, and that happened to me and maybe I was winning and that caused me to lose it, you'd be really mad about it. So there's the emotional part that goes into it based off the connection you have with the player. So that kind of is the thing, but that's all sports. So any type of thing that has a competitive atmosphere to it, it's not just about what's the most enjoyable for the average person. You also end up hearing too much about the people that have too much of a connection to one of the competitors, and that part's kind of annoying. But take 15. I agree. Take 15% out of PvP. 100% agree with you on that. But it is very, very nice to have in the PvP of this game. My green screen battery's starting to die. I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon, guys. I'm gonna take a couple seconds to do like last minute questions. I'm gonna go into summon, do a couple summons real quick. I did want to get to eulogy and show that off, but man, I keep having enough for... I'm one off the stupid gold transmit stone. I am gonna go back live later once I have the next episode of the guide up. I'll get it up and then we'll start cranking through. I'll finally title the live stream part 4 of the guide. That I'm working toward. Do I only have to use Harsetti in PvP, or is it better to use Specter Tenebria and Celine for DPS and PvE? If you want to try Harsetti, go ahead. But Specter Tenebria and Celine... Okay, so one of the reasons I value Specter Tenebria so much getting into Chapter 3 and 4 bosses is because you have the ability to poison. Poison damage is ridiculous in those bosses because they have so much HP. So Specter Tenebria has self-survivability because of her passive. As you kill enemies, she's going to stay alive, which allows your Tamarind to keep her up, as well as Brieg putting shield on her. That helps a ton. So the poison, though, is the highest priority thing, and that will help you in Chapter 3 and 4. So I do not see value of switching Harsetti out for her because you lose out on that poison damage. Now, Celine, maybe switch Celine out for Harsetti if you want, but Celine has self-survivability within her kit as well. She heals herself, cleanses herself, and puts herself in stealth. So whenever your Specter Tenebria and your Celine are in stealth, that means the enemies, when they're single target attacking, they're only going to be hitting your Brieg and your Tamarind, meaning you're never going to have that random damage dealer die. The nice thing with Harsetti, though, is she is an HP scaling damage dealer. She's going to be able to take a hit. So yes, she could probably work, and just experiment. If you want to try it, go ahead. If it's not working, just go back. The advice I have, I'm going to give you advice. You can take it. If you want to try to expand upon it and do your own thing, by all means, do it. We're playing a video game, it's supposed to be fun. Do the things that's going to make it fun for you. But if you fail, you still have me to fall back on as to the things I show you, and you know it'll beat it. So don't feel like you have to follow me completely. Just know I am trying to create a safety net to where you will not get stuck in the game. So go and try to have some fun, do some different things, and if it fails, then go back and do the other route that I'm doing, and then try something else for the next thing. If it fails, just go back and always have me as the backup. Why did I just repeat myself 7 times in the same sentence, trying to reiterate the same thing? I don't know. I need to get out of the house desperately. I'm either going to go play golf, go get drinks, or I got to go do something. I'm losing my mind. Is Bloodblade Kern so good? Yes, she is very good. What was I even doing? Summoning? I think I was summoning. All in on effectiveness on Specter Tenebria? No, you don't really need effectiveness. She has some base and she's going to land her poisons. If you have a splash of effectiveness on her, it's not bad. But are you talking about Harsetti all in effectiveness? You could. The thing with Harsetti is during the current arena arena rotation from the battle pass, you're going to be getting injury gear. It allows you to build a super good Harsetti for free. So if you do pull on Harsetti, getting this free gear here, you just build a solid Harsetti right out of the gate and you don't have to worry about it. Any character you can get that you're going to get a free gear set to stabilize them, super high value. I'm very happy I got Harsetti. Now, will I use her? Yes, once I'm done with the guide. So the overall plan, guys, going forward, I'm going to finish up the guide, and then I'm going steady main stats. I mean, steady main stats just go for damage, and the poison's just a bonus on top of it. So I can show my steady gear. But my plan is I have an editing agency now that will take care of my videos for me. I'm going to make all the guide series stuff that I will do all myself, but as we start progressing, I'm going to be making a free-to-play series off these accounts. One of the accounts that I like the most, whichever gets luckiest, I am going to pick them or pick that account, and we are going to continue a free-to-play series going forward where I do my Guild Wars some days, RTA some days. I'll show my summons on it, and those of you guys that are getting into the game over the long course of playing Epic 7, you will have me who is going to be started, or I have started an account at the same time you do, so you can compare your progression to mine and feel like you have someone that you're playing along with at the same pace to an extent, and you can see the PvP decisions I make, and you can learn more than just the guide, and hopefully it's entertaining at the same time. So I will be recording a video every single day for Epic 7, sending it to my agency because I'm paying for the editing. I'm not going to be lazy because I'm paying them to do it. And if I don't send the stuff over, I'm paying them for nothing. So that was the thing in the past, is it was just hard for me because I didn't feel like the video quality was good enough. But now the video quality will be upgraded every single day. You'll have a daily Epic 7 video for yourself to watch. And yeah, you should take the unluckiest account, but that's less fun. I could show off less stuff that way. But sorry, here's the Specter Tenebria stats. But that's my plan going forward. Finish the guide and then utilize the system that I currently have set up in place to create a daily Epic 7 video for y'all to watch. If you don't want to watch every day, cool. If you don't want to watch ever again, not cool, but okay. But at least you'll have somebody who's maybe around the same spot you are in terms of a content creator with their account. Because I know there are a lot of you starting the game, and having somebody to watch is very nice for sticking with any kind of game you play. Because that's me. I won't play a game if I feel like I'm playing it alone. You finally got Tam. Yep, I finally got her too today. I tried to generate timestamps for your new player guide because I didn't want to rewatch, but I can't comment them when you send them to you. Yeah, you can. Guys, Discord. DM me on Discord. Send, or at me on Discord and send it to me. I will add them. If you guys ever put effort into trying to help me with my stuff, I will make sure to implement it the best I can. But if I don't get back to you, DM me again. Okay, if I respond to you and I still haven't done it, keep getting me to, or keep asking me to do whatever it is until I get it done. Because on my Discord, my messages are a shit show. If you message me and I don't get back to you, between all the sponsors and things that I have to go through of talking to different people and then people messaging me for questions, it gets so buried within there that you have to DM me like once every 2 days because you're going to be 50 messages down. So any of you that want to do any kind of thing like that, I will happily take any help I can get, but obviously don't bother if you don't have the time. Okay, what up? Stealth on Steady is so nice for not getting popped by mobs in later stages. Yes. Trust me, you guys, again, you're going to see the people that started with RB are going to hate going through chapter 3 and 4, as well as they might not have too much problem, but I think in chapter 4, using RB was super annoying last time for me, so we'll see. But Abyss stages, you'll be super happy you have Stimmy. Okay, so let me do my summons though, and then I am going to get out of the damn house. It is 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna go get go to the place and get some food and probably a drink, and then I'll come back, get the next episode of the guide uploaded. I'll only be gone for like 45 minutes, but I just need some sunlight. Bad. Where's the third part? I see like 4 videos mention third part, and first one of those looks different. That's because those are live stream videos. You're watching another Camilla. You're watching, these are the live streams. This is a different account than that. I'm trying to make plans on this account to implement in the guide. I'm working on it. It'll be up when I can get it. Okay, what was the other thing? I guess I'm gonna keep doing Mystic summons. Why not? If I get another one, cool. If not, I'll be close to Pity on Arunca. We got lucky and got Harsteady. Super happy with that. Oh, that's all. It's gonna be a spark, bro. I got Harsteady. Let's go. How can you build her? Put her on the arena set as you're completing arena. You get the injury set from arena. Just use that as your first set. That's what I'm doing. If I'm honest, I did not use Tenebria at all when I started outside of some Abyss stages, but I had BBK. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, BBK is going to be a self-sustaining unit. It's going to be fantastic. Day 5 of following your guide and finished. You finished story already? Dude, relax. And the last page of Orbis guide, I'm kind of lost on what to do now. Any tips? You'll start working toward PvP characters as long as you have your Abyss and everything set up. What I do with Tamarind if I got her early? Build her. I mean, I can... Did you see? I got Tamarind and built her earlier. Is that all of them? I got one more. Oh, no! 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 I lost the 50-50. I don't want this shithead. Dang it. I lost the 50-50. That would have been nice. Getting Harseti and Polytus within like 40 summons. Will Harseti be there after Arunca releases? I mean, she won't be on the banner. Guys, this is a special event, okay? This comes around once a year where you're able to take any of the Moonlight 5 characters in the game up to what came out at the start of this year and summon on them. So next year around this time, you'll be able to do the same, but otherwise characters either come in a 4 batch of characters you can pick. So normally it would be like Sea Phantom, Polytus, Harseti, FCC, Judge Kisa. You can pick one of these 4 to summon on, or it will be the newest character release. So once this banner ends, there will be Boss Arunca. Okay, it will be Boss Arunca, and that's it, with 1 ML4, and then the 5 stars here will change. Then after a 3-week period of Arunca being on banner, it will go to a 4 character banner. But this is a super special event that's a once a year thing that you can go, and maybe it's a character you've wanted for a long time, you can go try to grab them off here. So that's why I'm saying if you summon on this banner, you're not going to be sad about it. The chance of you getting Arunca anyway, not the greatest. But if you were to save all your summons for her, you never know. ML Arunca or ML Ilanav? I don't know. ML Arunca's not out. Her kit on paper looks insane, but I'm curious in practice what kind of counter picks and everything could be used for her and how well she'll fit. ML Ilanav is already guaranteed super strong. That's your choice. If you want to take the gamble that Arunca will be as good as we all think she will be, then save. But otherwise, we know Ilanav's good. She's going to stay good forever. Her passive is just too good to ever not be a very usable character. What's the goal for Celine's stats? 180 speed, 4k attack, 330 crit damage, like the baseline. 100 crit obviously, but that's like a baseline. Obviously as a new player you'll probably be under that, but 180 speed is what I always suggest for Celine. Dragonbride Senya, yeah, Dragonbride Senya is a really good character too. What gives more XP? Adventure or Hunt is all about stamina or energy spent. So for each energy that you spend, you're going to get experience in accordance. So if you're doing Hunt, you're going to get 20 value. That might be slightly different, but I always just tell people it's based off the amount of energy you are spending. So the faster you can farm a stage, the faster you're going to level up your account. So say unrecorded history, or not unrecorded history, Eulogy for a Saint, if you're beating the stages extremely fast and you're able to burn through 30 multi-battles in a 10-minute period versus your Wyvern team being very slow, you're going to level up way faster farming the Eulogy for a Saint Book of Memories, or if you're doing Catalyst stages. That makes sense? Hello, what's up, Prince Gaming? Conqueror Lilius playable? Yeah, I like Conqueror Lilius. I liked her last meta. I don't know about currently. I haven't played RTA in a week or 2 weeks. I've just been doing new player account stuff. But I was using Conqueror Lilius on the artifact Sweet Miracle as a counter pick into a couple of the openers. So ML Lua was very oppressive. I was using Conqueror Lilius with Sweet Miracle, which allows you to cleanse a debuff into Hellion Lua. How do you get 30 multi-battles? Leveling up your pets. So the higher level your pet is, the more multi-battles you're going to get. So if you go in and promote your pets, this is one of the videos I'm going to be making. Oh, I have to make a fucking pet guide. This is one of the things I'm going to be making, is which pets to go for. What's the highest priority? How many pet tickets do you have? I have 205. And then I have 100 pet tickets. Oh, I don't want to do this video. But yeah, it's a higher level your pet is. So like a 4-star pet, you could do 20 auto battles. Once this is a 5-star pet, you can do 30. And a 15 pet, or a 3-star pet, the highest you can do is 15. Bro, 30 is still kind of low. I just make it 100, or just make it 100. What, for multi-battle? I mean, they want you to continue to click into the game. They want you actively playing the game, because the more time you're clicking on the game, the more times you might accidentally click shop and decide to buy a pack. That's exactly Gacha Games' general strategy. The more they make you navigate the menu, there's a reason every day you have to click shop to come in here to get free resources, because they want you to look at this stuff. 14k Skystones, what for? What do you mean, what for? We're just saving them. There's nothing that we want to spend them on right now. We get too many free resources to begin the game. If you spend any Skystones at the beginning of the game, you're making a mistake. You have no reason to spend a single one unless it's for doing extra arena. That's the only place where I would say you're not wasting your Skystones if you want to try to climb extra high. Otherwise, spending a single Skystone on anything is a huge waste. Then once you start running out of the free resources the game gives you, then you're going to go to Secret Shop, and this is going to be the #1 place to use Skystones. You will just do this and crank through and buy bookmarks. accidentally click shop and accidentally enter my card, accidentally on my credit. That's happened. That happens all the time. That happens like every Tuesday morning for me. Used to. But you'll just buy bookmarks out of here. And occasionally you could get good piece of gear. In terms of secret shop level, it's a commonly asked question. Does not matter the level that you refresh at. The bookmark odds are the same whether you're a level 1 secret shop or a level 13 secret shop. So you do not have to wait till your shop is leveled to refresh. You have the same bookmark odds regardless. Bro, read your chat and don't skim. Bro, suck my balls. I'm reading 2 chats. Okay? You don't like it, don't watch. Piss me off before I end stream. Thanks. I am 1 person. I have 2 chats open. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Hope that helped. Trying my best, brother. I am dead tired. I woke up, rolled out of bed, started streaming so I can answer questions for you guys. 1 person. Doing the best I can. Don't complain or I'll just ban you because I don't want to deal with it. Okay? Are we done for the day? We're done for the morning. I've been asking one question for like 10 minutes. Yeah, and I didn't see it. Okay? I'm going through, I'm answering certain questions that take 5 minutes to get through my answer because I'm trying to answer it to a level that is potentially answering multiple questions. You are not the only person in here, unfortunately. What would you recommend doing while waiting for the next guide part? Farming. So I would farm. I'm not going to answer your question now. You can just leave. I'm going to make it my point not to answer your question because you're bitching about it. So what I would do, though, this is the best time. If you guys are waiting for your trying to get Tamarind, just go in and farm regular Kados missions, okay? Go in, whichever, the stage that I would suggest if you're a new player, just going in and farming is go here, go to chapter 1 and do part 6. Okay, just go here, rampage, do this stage. Farm this, you are going to get a ton of everything that you could possibly need, and you're going to end up needing to do this anyway down the road, so getting it knocked out now is just going to speed up once you do unlock Tamarind and can continue through your Orbis guide. So just slam that out. One of the other things you can do, though, is Eulogy for a Saint. That was one thing I was going to try to get through during this video. Fucking Trash is fine, Tristan. Wolf is better, ass swipe. Oh, yeah, you're going to go bitching there. Tristan's chat's usually a lot slower, okay? So, and he, I don't know. Maybe he's better at reading than me. You want to say an insult to me? I'm sending one right back at you, buddy. All right, so Eulogy for a Saint, though. Go in here. This is going to be your go-to. Okay, this is, you're not going to get AP for this. You are going to only get more Stigma and Charms to level up your gear. All right, so did the limited banners in use Covenant or Mystic Summon? They just use Covenant. Everything is either Covenant or Mystic within the banners, so either one you do. I'm looking for either Muna, MLO, and Dragon Bride to add to my roster. I'm mostly a turn 2 player, but I do have a 310 speed set. Any opinions on who should pick outside of those? Dude, just press like you owe him a response. I know. That's just one of the annoying things with streaming. There's people you don't understand, and you're like, I've been asking the same question. If you really want me to see your question and you think you deserve higher priority than everybody else, you have the ability on YouTube to send a super chat. Okay, if you think you are higher value than everyone else asking questions, you can send a super chat and I'm forced to read it. It shows it and I have to read it. Okay, I'm not telling you to do that, but if you think you're more important than everybody else, then pay up and then you're going to see it. Okay, that is all I can tell you. If otherwise, I have a Discord server. You can ask your question in there. Who cares for YouTube? Just annoying. Okay, kind of tilted. Again, I need to get out of the house. You guys are going to see that. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like arrogant right now or whatever, but plan on ending stream. Now I'm going to go get the next episode of the guide up before I stream again later tonight. In terms of videos, I'm going to make a video talking about Deanne. So Soul, see, right there. That is how you take priority over everybody else. Okay, I'm reading what I can. Occasionally I'll miss your messages. But thank you, Soul, for the $1. Are you and Jenna dating? Jenazad? Why do you ask that? Jenazad's the homie. Me and Jenna have been friends for a long time. You're good, yeah. So sorry if I'm sounding angry. I just woke up and I'm trying to not deal with too much bullcrap. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day if I don't see you. Otherwise, I'll have the guide out as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all probably in a few hours. So if you have any videos that you want me to make, comment them, DM me on Discord, whatever it is, let me know, and I will see you all later.